Fucking YouTube! Holy shit! YouTube! Professional streamer? No, I'm a hobbyist streamer. Okay, there we go. Welcome in, Shangri-La. Welcome in, Cat with a Gun. I swear, YouTube, I'm gonna firebomb someone in a video game. Thank you very much, Marshu. That's very sweet of you. Thank you. What's that one for? Thank you. You're very kind. I'm sorry. I'm very professional. I'm very professional. I mean, you get paid, yeah, but like minimum wage. So does that really count? Put Wishanelle on the tier list. Marshu, I already was going to. But sure. Now she's doubly in the tier list. And thank you. That's very sweet. Okay, where the fuck is hummus? Any Scotsman in chat? What is a hummus? What does that even mean? Okay, then La Pluma, I'm so close to done. And thank you so much. Also, welcome in, Cozy! Is Chunky a guard to Chanka? Yes, he is. Hummus? Yeah. No, jokes is... Sorry, I'm trying to multitask, so it didn't come across properly. I am aware of what hummus is. It's just gross, and you should feel bad for eating it. That's what I'm saying. Okay, no, change my bribe, put Hodora on top. Sure, when we get to Hodora, just remind me. Hummus is nasty, exactly. Welcome in, Eric! Welcome in, Cat with a Gun. Welcome in, Shangri-La. How much to put Lord in the top 5? Wait until we get to the Lord Necron. I can't have like 9 people pre-bribing me, because I'm gonna forget. We can't decide the tier list before I'm even done setting it up. I want to do cocaine off of Chunky's chest. I mean, hoi hoi. Welcome in, also based, except for the cocaine part, to Chanka. I must sleep to, I don't know, fucking 5 subs. Be responsible with your money. You're not even gonna be here to appreciate it. Why bother? Also, look, Tachanka's good in our hearts, but he is unfortunately just as trash in Arknights as he is in Rainbow Six Siege. Is there a settle into Ash tier? No, there is no settle into Ash tier. Okay, I'm up to Gracebearer. I am so close to being done. Okay, now just Mercenary, and that is currently CN only. So... Thank you very much, Necro. That's very sweet of you. You're very, very kind. Thank you. Oh, thanks to follow, Zeta. Lovely to have you. Hi, South. Welcome in, Amirez. Welcome in, Zave. Guard tier list. Can't wait for Ak and Hung to be S tier. No, they're not guards. They're not on the tier list. Okay. Jokes aside, there we go. I'm now done setting up. Now let me just make sure everything's set. Is anything missing? Did I forget anything today? No, I think I'm good. Chibi is still not working. That's nothing that I did. It just still isn't working. I don't know what to tell you. Okay, now we are... shit. Okay, there we go. Professional on-time streamer, ready for my stream at exactly 6 p.m., which is when it was scheduled. As you can tell, I really know what I'm doing. Hello, South. Welcome in, Foxwater. Welcome in, Soup. Welcome in, Sten. I arrived to bribery. It is very based. And thank you again very much, Marshu and Necron. Whereas Kratos from God of War, he is not a guard in Arknights. Welcome in, Lesser. Professional streamer, absolutely. I used to Chanka for the sound effects. It's like ketamine to my horse brain. Okay, I'd make a joke here, but no, that is technically self-harm. Starting off week with Dreadnought. Yes, it is by archetype, by alphabetical order. Did Yippee play or am I deaf? Can anyone vouch, did Yippee play? Sorry, I was messing around with settings. I could easily have fucked something out. Fucked something up, rather. Sorry. Do you guys hear Yippee? Does Yippee still play for you? Where's the Ursus Imperial Guard? These are only characters. Hello, everyone. Welcome in, Cat with a Gun. Okay, how is that? Did you guys hear Yippee? Okay, good. It was probably just drowned out by something else. I hear the Yippee. Thank you very much, Zave. I appreciate that. Okay. Shit! I changed how my chat's done, and now the entire time there's a hype train, Twitch is gonna just show that there's a hype train. Let me just, let me rechange that. There we go. And now that that's a bit bigger, I can do that. Now, when do we get to see you get bribed? I've already been bribed twice. We haven't done a single operator, and I've already been bribed twice. So how is Frostleaf exactly? It is what it is. Can't wait to bribe someone for Frostleaf to tier 5. There is a limit to my discretion. Even I cannot be bribed in every situation. Is my Chunky in top 5? Yeah, when I get to him, I'll put him in top 5 for you, Necron. Only bribed twice, need more bribes? No, it's Christmas Eve. Spend the money on yourself. Thank you again, Necron. That's very sweet of you. Okay, it was Hodora and Tachanka. Right, when we get to them, I just need to remember that. To answer the question on the note of 10, what does that mean? Oh, never mind. I realize. Am I about to hear La Pluma's better than Highmore in this stream? Yes. And I stand by that. I stand by that. Okay, let's get started. Let's get started. First off, we have Castle 3. I am very on time. As you can see, I definitely didn't realize it was 5:30 and I was out of the house and I hadn't set up the guard tier list or my thumbnail or my stream or even set up the ability to record the stream. Record the tier list. It is what it is. Hi, welcome in Java. Liner, all pianist, lazy, the Thunderbringer, definitely top 5. Depends. Okay, let's get started. Merry Christmas, everyone. Yes, I will be streaming tomorrow. If you're not there, Merry Christmas. I hope you enjoy the day. Now, all jokes aside, let's actually get started, because I feel bad about delaying the content. First off, Castle 3. Castle 3 is good. Castle 3, I'ma be so dead ass, is the second best robot in the game. I know, incredibly controversial opinion. ASEAN ops on the list, most of them. I don't have the upcoming collab characters or the Mercenary Guard. Because I don't know how the collab characters work. They're a team and they need each other to be balanced. And there's no Mercenary Guard in EN, so I can't really conceptualize how she plays. No Saki-chan? Exactly. So you go off on Discord and was maybe like, this stream will start up at 6 PM this time? Yeah, it is what it is. I like that my idea of being late is starting the stream exactly on time. If you have a free slot, there's literally nothing to use getting the robots, they're cute. Yes, but also Castle 3's buff is quite good. It is a major defense and attack buff for a few seconds. For robots, that is very, very good. He also has a good base skill. He's not as useful as Thermex in terms of deployment. He is the second best, though. All round, solid character. Would actually recommend people to level him. So, oh, right. Sorry, let me go through the tiers in case this is someone's first try. Top tier is the top 5, also known as SSS+, the indisputed best guards in the entire game. Excellent. These are characters I would strongly and unconditionally recommend. Anyone in the excellent tier, if you want to level them, they will perform excellently. Thank you very much. Gotta go to work early in the morning, but go ahead and make Gabriel alter SSS. Thanks, homie. Got you, Chief. Thank you very much, Seta. That's very sweet. Welcome in, Viva. Do we need a... Okay, how about for now, just so I remember, let me make a bribe tier list, just so I remember everyone I'm getting bribed for. Actually, no, because then I'll forget them. Don't worry about it. Okay, Gabriel, let me actually just jot this down. Gabriel, Alta, Hodora, and Tachanka. The floor is made of floor, exactly. And thank you, Zeta. That's so sweet. Have a lovely rest, and I hope you have an okay day at work, despite working Christmas. But welcome in, Viva. Lovely to have you. Jelly, for real, my wallet has been shackled from me. What? So you're jealous of other people being able to bribe me? Why? Why do you... Oh no, I was just about to say, why do you want to give me subs? And then Analog gave me another 5. Thank you, that's very, very sweet. Is Radiant on the list? No, Radiant is not a guard. This is an IS6. Thank you, Analog. That's very, very kind of you. Good, I got a free sub too. Let's go, Zeta. I'm happy. I hope you enjoy my emotes. Since you're cute, no, I'm not. What's that one for, Adalom? I know that's for something. Sorry, back to explaining the tiers. I'm so flustered. So, top 5 SS. Let's get that Lapland bribe. Yes, sir. Okay, when we get to her. Top 5, also known as SSS+. Absolute god tier units, indisputably the best in the game. Excellent. I would recommend these characters. If you level them, they will perform well in every situation, or so ridiculously exceptionally in some situations that they are basically a must level. Not necessarily immediately, but eventually. Good. I would recommend them. Not in every situation. They're not the best. They're not 100% the best, but they will perform very well. Functional. If you like them, they're fine, I guess. Bad. Do not level these characters. And Frostleaf. Can anybody guess what the Frostleaf tier is for? Can anybody guess the reasoning behind me making a Frostleaf tier? Amiya's S tier because the new skin. Oh, did we finally get the space skin for Amiya? I didn't check that. Bagpipe is my favorite god. Loki, you're not wrong. My internet's beyond fucked. I got the stream to sound only and still stuttering like crazy. I'm sorry to hear that, Soup. South, did you buy the new Amiya birthday skin? I wasn't aware that that came out. Amiya skin. Let me just jot that down so I can buy that myself on my account because I'm absolutely getting it. We got birthday skins? Hell yeah. The Frostleaf tier is for Lapland, so true. Adalom just bribed me to put Lapland in the Frostleaf tier. I don't know what's up with that. I guess he really hates Lapland. Not the space skin, a new one. Gotcha. Oh, okay, that's a shame. I really love the space skin. It's so pretty. I will check it out. I thought it was the medic one that was getting a rerun. I've already seen the medic one. The medic one's gorgeous. I got all the birthday skins based. I'll check him out. Surely, exactly. Also, welcome in Alpha. No, I didn't. Oh, so true, so true. Who here believes that Adalom bribed Lapland into the Frostleaf tier? Type a 1 in the chat if you think we should do that, and it would be funny. Medic also got a rerun. Oh, okay, that was my confusion. That was my confusion. And don't worry, Adalom, I'm not actually going to scam you. This is purely comedic. I'm not actually going to scam you. Or am I? Okay, now that I've explained the tier list, let's get back to it with conviction. You might be thinking South, Castle 3, that's awfully high. He's still a 1-star, he's not that good. And you sounded very inconsistent on what good means. The reason for that is there are a lot of guards in the game. There are a lot of guards in the game. As a result, guards are very competitive. And instead of competing, some of these guards showed up in crutches at a race and did not make it out of the stands. Speaking of one of these guards, we have Conviction, who is very atrociously bad. Even if you get good RNG on Conviction's bad uptime skill, it's still worse than a good guard. So it's not guaranteed, and the best possible situation is still bad. Also, deploying Conviction stuns you. And, like, no unit. U official is the same. You don't want to be applying a self-stun. It is terrible. Conviction is an April Fool's joke, so she gets a pass. Or it gets a pass, because Conviction's gender is Conviction. You want to know who doesn't get a pass? Flamebringer. What in the actual fuck were they thinking? Why did they cook so hard with Flamebringer's design? And then they gave him wet paper as his kit. Flamebringer is a very early welfare. Yeah, I know. And he's worse than Melantha. Think about that. A 5-star welfare is a downgrade from Melantha. Just entered to say, please pay respect to my hobby, Mountain Fight Lady. Welcome in, Emu! I will be honest with Mountain as much as I'm personally biased against him. He is a fantastic guard. I will explain him when we get up to him, don't worry. What does he even do? I've never used him. He does nothing. That's why you've never seen him. Hello, South. Welcome in, Wise Girl. To be fair, Melantha's great. Yeah, but she's not as great as Cruz. It's just the archetype fucking sucks. Speaking of, as a lot of you know, I am a major Franca fan. I'm a massive, massive Franca fan. I have both of her skins. I have her E2 M6 mod level 3. I use her quite frequently. She's also bad. You might be thinking, oh, South, surely you're going to put her in functional, right? No. I would actively recommend you do not level your Franca. I love Franca. She is atrociously bad. She was bad at release, and she's gotten worse every single time we've gotten a source of true damage. The fucked up thing, she is the only character in the game with true damage that doesn't get a buff from any true damage buffs. Because Franca doesn't do true damage. She deals damage that ignores 100% of the enemy defense. This is exclusively worse than true damage in every single situation. She just, like Ulpianus has defense but better, Franca has true damage but worse. Flamebringer is such a bad design because his skill needs to fix from offensive to auto. Yeah, he has offensive charge skills on a tank with low attack. Mr. South. Mr. South, has anyone bribed you for 12F? No, they have not. Physical damage that ignores all defense. Yes, it's terrible. It's atrocious. Best defense is offense, that's why Wishadel's the best guard. Well, she is on the list, don't worry about it. To be Franca, she has a special place for me. I used her a lot when I first started. She does for me too. I love Franca, but she's unfortunately terrible. I really want to build Flamebringer, but man, he is such a shit kit. If that isn't a summary of Flamebringer, I don't know what is. Next up, continuing the trend, and let's be real here, stalkers, we're gonna be here for a while. We have Laios. Does anyone want to guess where Laios goes? In the Frostleaf tier. How did they manage to make Laios worse than Flamebringer? What the fuck were they cooking? He is a collab character! How are you not getting sued by the anime? How did you get away with this? He stuns himself for 15 seconds when a boss shows up. He's good in my heart, he's not. He's a goofy guy, his kit is atrocious. Like, you might think that, oh, the archetype is bad. It's not just that the archetype sucks. Every character in the archetype individually also sucks for other reasons. South, welcome in Mystic Blade. Lovely to have you. What if they weren't cooking, they were incinerating? Bro, there are not even ashes left. They exposed this shit to nuclear radiation. They know he sucks ass too? Exactly. He does make a funny face when he gets stunned. He does. I love his fear face. It's very goofy. For the event revolving around a cooking anime, they burnt so hard. Exactly. They were simply not cooking. Now, you want to know the fucked up thing? Omaha normal stream? Welcome in, Sin! Here is the fucked up thing. Here is where Lessing goes. They have not gotten better at designing this archetype. He's so fucking bad. Lessing isn't that bad. Yes, he is, Soup. I've tried him. The only situation you want to use Lessing is when you need someone who can ignore stuns. But you want to know what's better there? A ranged unit. Lessing saved my previous IS run. Yeah, that's because IS-6 is all about stuns and he's uniquely resistant to them. Seems I'm late. Welcome in, Astel! Don't worry, we're right at the start of many, many guards. Also, random question. Why did they give Lessing a blowjob skin? Like, you all know what I'm talking about, right? Why did they give him a submissive and breedable suggestive skin that looks like he's about to give someone a blowjob? Or is soliciting, like, selling services? What the fuck is this? Why did they... This is, like, the third most sexualized skin in the entire game. And it is completely fully dressed. It's all in the stance and implications. Look at the mouth. I'm well aware of the mouth. He's burping trust. No, he's not. Welcome in, Aiden. Lovely to have you. The whole archetype got cooked with that beep beep shit. So true. Oh, thank you so much, Cole. That's very sweet of you. They simp. They must do. They also simped for Skyfire. That's why she got a fucking... she got a 1/7 figurine and then no one liked her. And thank you, Golf. That's very sweet of you. Next up, Matoi Maru. There's an audience for this? Yes, there are. But why can't we get another Utage skin to make up for it? Next up, we have Matoi Maru. Does anybody want to guess where Matoi Maru goes? It's pretty impressive that they made a Dreadnought worse than Flamebringer twice. What the fuck? How? How did they manage this? Also, where are her boobs in her skin? What? That's not how physics works. That's unrelated, but it pisses me off. She went from Utage to flat. That's not how it works. Lin moment, exactly, absolutely. Add 12F, Dunker. Okay, let me grab 12F. There, 12F is now in the tier list. Kind of funny because recently Matoi Maru's new skin is really good. Yeah, her skin is amazing. Her kit is not. She is an 8. She has no defense, 6,000 HP, and a percentage HP heal. That's her kit. That's it. That's all she has. Matoi was before Flamebringer. It's still impressive. Now, here is the most fucked up part of this. You might be thinking, oh, South, Melantha's really good, right? We all love Melantha. Activate Melantha skill. Here is where Melantha goes. I no longer take your opinion as fact. Matoi's the best in my part. I've drawn fan art of Matoi Maru. I like Matoi Maru. She's just terrible. So yeah, there is where Kyostin's baby girl Melantha goes. She's still bad. Unless you're running 3 stars only, you take Popukar. She is the second best 3-star guard. Think about that. Unless you are actively neutering yourself or following a Kyostin guide, the only reason you take Melantha is if you already have Popukar and have no other choices. It is tragic. The most tragic part, that still makes her better than Lessing. It's so fucking terrible. Why is Franca in the same tier as Flamebringer? Because Franca's entire gimmick is bad. She's a barely functional DPS who is made out of wet tissue paper. Her damage would put her in functional, but you've got to take into account how ridiculously squishy she is because she sets her own defense to 0. I love Franca, but holy shit. This tier list is going to be more brutal than the casters? Yes. Unlike casters, where it was because every caster fucking sucks, there are just so many amazing guards that it's so hard to justify anyone else. Next up, we have Morgan! And wow, they went for the 3-peat! A non-fast redeploy character with skills that activate on deployment and last 15 seconds. Yo, I heard you like Utage, so we gave you Utage later with worse stats and worse skills and no fast redeploy timer. What in the actual fuck? Franca bad? I love Franca ADS, but yes, she is unfortunately terribly bad. Imagine we got E2 3-stars, Melantha would power creep these fucks? Yes, she would. It's depressing. Morgan is literally free to deploy in one story chapter and she's still got... Yeah, like, for anyone confused, Morgan doesn't take a deployment slot in the chapter she's from. She is still not worth using there. It is usually better to have a free slot. She's not worth the DP. It's so atrocious. What the fuck were they cooking with this archetype? And finally, at long last, with 2 of the archetype remaining, we have a saving grace. A Dreadnought who is better than Castle 3. Wow. They said it couldn't be done. They stuck a gun to their own head and said it couldn't be done. NTR is a fantastic DPS, incredibly reliable damage, and basically just a 6-star robot. She's a Gyaru. Morgan's new skin is absolutely gorgeous. Deadass. 100% gorgeous.
Better be in SSS plus tier.
Apologies, Astrolotl. Gracebearer will not be in SSS. I like her, but I'm also being realistic. She's only good because she's basically an executor. No, she's not an executor. She's a 6-star robot. Functionally speaking, Nerl is just a 6-star version of Castle 3. Also, welcome in night. Lovely to have you. So, no, Nerl is a very goofy, silly character. It is what it is. Nerl Alter is jacked to all hell, makes the class usable. Yeah, all they needed to do was give her the option to block 3 enemies, do guaranteed true damage, take up no deployment slots, have a certain type of conditional invincibility, and massive self-multipliers, and she became a decent character. I fail to see the comparison. I'm joking about the fact that her S2, her main use skill, doesn't take a deployment slot. And barriers? Yeah, exactly. Functional invincibility in certain situations. Can we get a skin tier list some way? In a way, I already did that with the drip tiers. But sort of. Maybe. Yes. Probably. Still don't like her as she is the personality of Cardboard? That's fair. But that's not for gameplay reasons. Now, next up, Skadi. You might be thinking, hey, South. Skadi's just as bad as Franca. No. And this is not for the Abyssal Hunter buffs. Is Skadi bad? Yes. However, Skadi is functional. Holy shit! Skadi, one of the worst 6-stars in the game, is better than the majority of her archetype. She's acceptable. She does damage. She has skills that work. If you like Skadi, she can do things. Her S2 hits like a truck. Her S3 is a really good discount one-block defender. There you go. Boom. She actually gets to take advantage of the modules. It's crazy. It's insane to think that she is actually one of the best of her archetype. Will this be a peak chaotic stream? Hopefully adds in. Fingers crossed. Not even good tier? No. I love Skadi. She was my first 6-star that I used. Like, not the literal first 6-star, that was in Angelina. When I came back because of Lapland, Skadi was running on Lapland's banner and is a white-haired character with red eyes. So of course I love her. But no, Skadi is not good. When she first came out, Skadi would have been the bottom of good because there was a very narrow niche between Phantom and Project Red that Skadi could fill. Nowadays, Kirito and Texas Alta. So she is functional. That's the best you can do. She's the only 6-star guard that cannot expand her range. I know, it's so goofy that that's been such a consistent theme, eh? I joined the stream and the first thing I see is Frostleaf. What's with this hate? I have a maxed out Frostleaf. I so desperately want her to be good, but she is simply not. I don't know what to tell you, Jordan. Also, welcome in. Lovely to have you. Skitty was running on Lapland's banner in Wild. No, this wasn't Lapland's banner. It was a standard banner that had Skadi, Maya, Lapland, and I forget the other two. I think it was Lapland, Greythroat, Maya, Skadi, and I just forget the other 6-star. And I got all of them on that banner, because I was pulling for a pot 6 Lapland. And yes, I wailed. It is what it is. Time for someone who's worth raising, arguably. Yeah, arguably. So, flashback. Chapter 5 has just released. Here is where Blaze would go. When she came out, Blaze was absurdly good. Disgustingly good. Game-breakingly amazing. Unfortunately, the design of the game has changed since then. Blaze no longer gets to show off her strengths nearly as much, and there are better options for basically everything. These days, Blaze is very low excellent, where the only reason she is not still excellent is there are better versions of her. As a standalone unit, if you use Blaze, you'll be pleasantly surprised by how much she still holds up. It's just a case of there are other units who do her job better than her. So she is still really fantastic, it's just now there are better versions of Blaze. I would put her at the bottom of excellent or the top of good. I'm not 100% sure yet, but I wanna have her in excellent at least for a little while. 40-year-old woman child, Blaze is in her 50s, or no, just shy of 50. She's still a good lane holder? She is. She's still a very, very good lane holder. I bet when Frostleaf is next, South gonna put her below Frostleaf. That would be a funny bit. Blaze can be used pretty good. Yeah, but she competes with Ulpianus S2. Now, moving on to other characters we can make fun of. Broker. Any of you use Broker? I have. He's really not good. You want to know the fucked up part? He is significantly better than Estelle. By a large margin. And the even more fucked up part is the ABC gang Broker's the best member. I don't know how they managed to make a few god tier Centurions and then absolute trash and no in between. So, Broker has incredibly bad range and uptime, does no damage, has a weird mechanic, and low stats. He's just all around terrible. Don't diss Broker, you get 200 Originium if you E2 him. So true, Beefy Stew. Estelle is discount Broker, who is already bad, and her gimmick is that her attack buff sucks, and whenever you apply it, she also can't be healed. What an amazing sensation. I love my lane-holding guards who don't have defense being unable to be healed. That is really an excellent mechanic. Makes it so convenient to use her. Next up, Fuse. I'm gonna be so dead ass, I have never used Fuse. I've also never seen him in gameplay. My understanding is that Fuse is about a broker tier. Am I correct in that? He's bad? Yeah, I'm well aware that he's bad. I'm not sure on what scale of bad he would be. My understanding is he's roughly about broker level. Good as a Blaze replacement? Are you sure about that, wife? Nice. There are specific cases, yeah, but he's all around bad for general use. Frostleaf needs an alternate, if only. I can't hear you laughing, is it just me? Can everyone else hear me laughing when I laugh? Just to check. Limited time Blaze replacement. Yeah, he's also limited, so new players can't get him. Fuse can go crazy, but with buffs he can be occasionally great. Yeah, but Skadi with buffs can also be good. Sometimes you go silent. Okay, apologies. I'll look into that. I think I know what's causing that. It's the new noise gate, just in case I cough. Not above Franca. Okay, so welcome in MK. This is why I'm confused. Some people say he's good, other people say he's worse than Franca. So, he's very hard to rate. I've seen him in the recent Laterano event because he has 100 ammo. That's the only reason I've seen him. Yeah, he does have an ammo skin. He laughs in a frequency you can't hear normally without bribes. That's funny. What if I just like him? Yeah, even if you like him, I still wouldn't recommend him, but I guess you can make him work. Apparently him and Chunks were good boss killers. No, they're not. People who do boss killing with Fuse and Tachanka are doing so because they're a content creator. Or because they really like these characters, not because they're good. They're forcing it to work. Okay, and now that we've gone through some of the really bad Centurions, we're back to peak. Gavial. Gavial is just a better version of Blaze. I'm gonna be so dead ass. I personally prefer Blaze. Like, not design-wise, Gavial's design is incredible. In terms of gameplay-wise, I love Blaze's gameplay. It's very simple, it's very AFK. You set her down with S2, and that's it. Unfortunately, Gavial is just better. She has a more modernized kit, she is much more versatile. I would not put her in top 5, but for bribery reasons, she will be. So, for bribery reasons, she's in top 5. But she is normally excellent. I would still put her above NTR. Like, she's an all-round... She's the best guard we've had so far. So I'll put her in top 5 for now, and then move her later on. I'm gonna be so dead ass, she's massively overrated. I feel like you are a kind of game player like me, where you just want an AFK unit. The real power of Gavial is her and Linar can duo each other. They cover each other's downsides, and both of them are excellent DPSs with good utility. Honestly, a bit of the difference between the two. Gavial is just better Blaze, but you need to manually use it. Yeah, Blaze is an AFK version of Gavial. Gavial is better, but requires more effort. So I personally bias towards Blaze. I'm a psychopath, I use Blaze as S3. Hell yeah, brother. I love to see it. I love Gavial. I wish he had a non-skin suit swimsuit skin. Yeah. Normal Gavial has a really hot skin, for what it's worth. Status resistance keeps me using Blaze. Yeah, but that's really fringe. Like, you don't use Whisperain because you really need status resistance. You know what I mean? My last usage of Gavial was Pinch Out. I would not put her in top 5. No, she's been kind of left behind by the game's design. Less so than a flaw in her use case. People just kind of forget about her because nowadays we get shiny nuke DPSs and she's more of a sustained DPS. The jungle skin is good. It is one of the best skin in the game, in my opinion. Sad I'm overseas relying on shitty Wi-Fi. I'm sorry to hear that, Astel. Effort and AK, I know, right? So cringe. Don't call me out for using Whisperain. How do you like going deaf every time she activates her S2? Archetype issue? Yeah. Gavial is not used so much these days because her archetype as a whole has been power crept, not because she's been power crept. The game just hasn't really benefited Centurions for a little bit. 1 second, let me turn on my cool. Because I am currently shirtless and sweating my metaphorical ass off. There we go, there we go. Status resistance and Blaze's death prevention really helps. Yeah, but you have to fuck up for them to matter. But that being said, I agree. Also, Gavial has a crocodile drawn on her Eripathy lesion, which is hilarious. Next up, Popuka! I love Whisperain, my hearing is so bad now. What? What'd you say? Next up, Popuka. Popuka is a 3-star. However, credit where it's due, she is the best 3-star guard. In my opinion, that is enough to justify a ranking of good. You woke up my dog? Oh, I'm so sorry, Jordan. I'm so sorry. That was not in person. That was not on purpose. My ears? I'm sorry, Marshu. That was apparently louder than I thought it would be. I thought that was more of my welcome in volume. Apparently it was louder. I'm so sorry, Jordan. That's right. Yeah. Popuka is the go-to guard There are situations you want Melantha over her, but she is the default. Why is the best 3-star guard a child? I know, right? She also has a chainsaw. It's fucked up. And then we have Savage. And Savage is a confusing case. Oh yeah, Popukar is surprisingly strong. She is. Popukar is really tanky and does a good amount of damage for a 3-star. She feels more like an upper-end 4-star than a 3-star. She massively outperforms her rarity. I use Midnight more than I use Popukar. Yeah, but that's for the range because Popukar dies in high-end content instantly. She is just bad. No, I wouldn't agree with that. Popukar, especially, like, late game, you don't really have cause to use Popukar, but you don't use any of the 3-star guards in IS these days. Laves gave Popukar a chainsaw. That's, yep. That would be funny. Her little bayonet on the chainsaw is goofy. It is. Wanted to drop by for support? Thanks for coming, Pokey! Have a great day! I'm talking about Savage? Ah, that makes sense. Now, one person at Hypergriff really loves Savage. Now, listen to me. I'm talking an unhealthy love of Savage. I'm talking like the guy who legally married Hatsune Miku. Level unhealthy love of Savage. And occasionally, they decide to play into this guy's delusions and release some Savage content. That being said, no one else at Hypergriff gives a shit about Savage, and she is unfortunately quite terrible. Oh, wrong button. So, unfortunately, Savage is, in my opinion, worse than Broker and Franco. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking, but it is what it is. Her kit is atrocious. It is basically Croissant kit level bad. I have Savage maxed, but man, the S2 never fails to disappoint. Exactly. She has 2 good reasons. Yeah, both of those reasons are her skins, not her boobs. They're a bustier characters. Skirt jump scare? What do you mean by skirt jump scare? Oh, right, sorry, I pressed the wrong button. It's a very dated kit. No, Marshu, I was around. It was bad when the game launched. When Savage came out, most people still just used Popukar. Oh, thank you very much, Awesome NTR. Muelsis is definitely an... You know what? Sure. Let me grab Muelsis. I'll add her to the tier list and rank her as a guard, okay? Because she does summon guards, so realistically, doesn't that make her a guard? And thank you. That's very sweet of you. Eunecta's which tier? Eunecta's is not a guard. I would never just randomly add a non-guard to a guard tier list. That's fucked up, Hijiri. Thank you. That's very, very sweet of you. Savage's design is savage, though. Yeah, it makes me... no, I shouldn't say that. That's not safe for work. Savage is very pretty and has some amazing skins, and then they just completely fumbled her kit. Still consistently use Spectre. I love Undying Guard. Spectre's great. Is Mayonnaise a guard? No, nor is it an instrument. Next up, so every guard... Welcome in, Xfer! Savage is cursed. 5-star investment for 4-star stats. Yeah, like, she's a side grade to Popukar. It's really fucked up. Savage outfit pits SSS? Absolutely. Also, her default is incredibly hot. Savage's kit was designed to be mid and generic in year 1. Yeah, it was bad in year 1. Is Marzipan even good? Who's Marzipan, out of curiosity? Apologies, I don't know who that is. I just don't know their real name. Now, in keeping of the theme of every single Centurion being absolute trash or incredible, Spectre is incredible. In fact, she's actually held up better than Blaze. Oh, Moo is a joke. Oh, gotcha. So... back in the day, Blaze was, without a doubt, better than Spectre. These days, people have power crept what Blaze does. Nobody has power crept what Spectre does. Has Gaviel been bribed? Yes. Also, welcome in, Lily. So, Spectre has on-demand invincibility and a self-heal. Yes, she stuns herself, and it is unfortunate, but it's still fantastic. Spectre ulted not directly. There are still some use cases where normal Spectre's better. Would Gaviel's tail crush my skull? No, but her thighs might. I love my Sharkwife based. Also, she finally is part of the Abyssal Hunters with her module. Someone did power creep as Hoshi Alter. No, Hoshi Alter did not power creep her. In a way, she did. Actually, shit, you are right. Never mind, right. I was thinking of this on EN. Actually, that is such a valid point. Shit. Okay, I really love Spectre, but you actually raise a valid point. In about 1 month, Hoshiguma will come out. As it is right now, I'm talking today, Spectre would be above Blaze, but in 1 month when Hoshiguma Alta comes out, This is the best I can give her. That is thank you for reminding me of that. That is actually so fucking valid. Because Spectre Alter is a side grade, Hoshiguma deletes the entire niche. No, come on, no, you've got to understand, Jordan. Hoshiguma Alter is ridiculous. Hoshi's a god? No. Hoshiguma... Hoshiguma Alter makes it so that no one in her range can die for a massive duration. They don't even take damage. So Hoshiguma makes every guard into Spectre, basically. It is what it is. South, welcome in Lisbeth! Her range is Wishadel Blast, by the way. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Welcome in Star Knight! Frostleaf tier is foul. Am I wrong? Is she Spectre? No, true. She's not part of the Spectre harem, which is Spectre, Spectre, and Spectre. And it's all just self-zest. I will say, Spectre has one of the funniest skills in the game. For those who don't know, the way her S2 works is she just delusionally refuses to acknowledge that her bones are broken. So she just ignores that. It is one of the coolest fucking things in any video games. Didn't Silence Alter also give Immortality the Immortal Niche? Yeah, but Silence Alter's bad, Hoshiguma is not. How you doing? I'm doing very well! How are you, Star Knight? Merry Christmas! Padodu, padodu. Talking about self-cessed, I'm reading a self-cessed novel. I saw you talking about that. I did see you mentioning that. And now, thankfully, finally, we're outside of the Centurions, which means we might have a functional unit or two. Bones are overrated, become a skinwalker, so true. Spectre S2 is Gaviel S3 if we think about it. Sort of. More extreme of a version, though. Mr. Spectre, I didn't hear no bell. Exactly. Did you say Centurion? Yes. Welcome in, Centurion. The archetype is called Centurion Guards. That is the name of the archetype. Hey, Spectre, your bones are broken. They are? No. Exactly. I wanted to stick around for Grace Bearers, but sleep meds kicked in. Sleep well, Astrolotto! Thanks so much for coming. Can't wait for instructors. I feel like Owari will show up the second I start talking about Palace. Okay, now, Areen has a goated base skill. No, he doesn't. Areen is a discount version of Nyan, and that is his best use case. Now, Centurions are sort of like Lords, to a lesser extent. With Lord Guards, characters are either arguably the worst character in the fucking game, or game-breakingly amazing. What the hell were they thinking? He's good? No, he's not. He's not good. Areen, even by low rarity Lord Guards, the only saving grace is that he's better than Midnight and Frostleaf. In my opinion, he is worse than Lord Zhaohe. Welcome in, Fracta! I'm going very well. How are you? I never used Lord Guard. You should. They're amazing. So, he's not as bad as Frostleaf. When you get to Guardia, will you check her skin? I'll do that in-game. I'll do that in-game. Pretty good when I do 4-star only runs. Yeah, but you understand the problem with that, right? Realistically, the biggest problem of this archetype is Ayascarp and Areen aren't terrible, but they compete with Lapland, Chobai, Silverash, and Thorns. The bar's the floor? Exactly. Fuse would have been way better if he could kill civvies. Imagine if Fuse had a unique talent where he... sorry. Where he could attack and kill civilians and it wouldn't count as a life point lost. That would be such a funny and valid strategy. Like, that would be an incredibly fun talent that gives him a genuine use case. That would be insanely fun if you could use Fuse to kill civilians so you didn't need to worry about them. How do you rank the guard archetypes? After I'm done this, I will do an archetype tier list. I think that will be a very fun one. Is one of the two lords I haven't built? Exactly, because he competes with just some god tiers. Centurion would be S tier because it has Spectre in it. Unfortunately not. Literally no thorns on my account. Tragic. Breaking news, Guardmere skin has animated lips that match the voice lines. That is incredibly hype. Next up, Ayascarp. Credit where it's due. Unlike Areen, Ayascarp is functional. I would put him there. Ayascarp, it is worth bringing over Melantha. If you like him, he works. Areen only works in the context of a 4-star only run. Ayascarp is decent. If it wasn't for how ridiculously amazing everyone else in the archetype was, he might even see some use case. The issue with him is Lapland exists. Yeah, he's mainly gimmicked by Lapland, but attack speed buffs are always universally useful, and he has a decent stat spread with good skills. Arene scales well in IS runs, but I wouldn't build him otherwise. Yeah, like, anyone can scale well with IS, and he scales particularly well, but he's just not really worth using. Lap exists, we'll get to Lapland, don't you worry. Okay, now, Frostleaf. Stalkers, I'm a bit lost. Which tier do you think Frostleaf goes into? I feel like this is a... There's a square peg in a square hole. Does anybody need an explanation for my ranking on Frostleaf? Anyone need an explanation? How much for top 5 Frostleaf? 10 subs? No. Because I would have to justify that. Yes, a little. Okay, so, Frostleaf... Her DPS is worse than Midnight, the 3-star. And upon giving her Elite 2, her DPS is permanently lower than Elite 1, where she is still worse than Midnight. Completely maxed out Frostleaf is a side grade to Midnight. Not an upgrade, a side grade. Her skills are bad, and she has the worst talent in the game, which reduces her attack speed in exchange for slightly more range. Most other people would just get the range. Didn't a mod fix that? No! It's so fucked up! With her module, her damage is still slightly lower than E1 max. It's so fucking stupid! Just please, make her module remove her dogshit talent! Gabby Alta gives me flashback to the A instant 200 pulls no AI. It is what it is. Perma account damage? Yes. If you E2 your Frostleaf like I did, that is permanent account damage. That being said, she is still at best a side grade to Midnight, a 3-star, who is also bad. It's not even a good range increase. No, it's dog shit. I hope she isn't last in her own tier. She is. No one else. Frostleaf is, as far as I'm aware, and maybe that'll change as we go through more guards, but at least for now, the worst guard in the entire game. Calling Frostleaf talentless would be a compliment. Yeah, her not having a talent would make her much better. And then, after all of that trash out of the way, this one is just as obvious. Who do you think is a better character? Lapland or Nerl Alta? The only chance Lapland has of not being top 5 is that now every enemy is fucking immune to silence. That being said, I received bribery, so I'm ranking her as if this is year 1. Lapland was so ridiculously strong that they removed the debuff silence from the game, functionally speaking. Think about that. And then they gave us one event, Stultifera Navis, where enemies were silenceable. And how did that go? In events where Lapland is good, she is the best character in the game, apropos of nothing. When she is not, she is an all-around, excellent, well-performing guard. I would place roughly on par with Blaze through raw stats and damage. Her S2 is phenomenal. Her S1's a bit of a meme, though. But that being said, she has been bribed into the S tier, so in the S tier she goes. She can also silence the bear. Yeah, but that's less of a... Nowadays, a lot of enemies, half of their kit is silenceable and the other half isn't. She is just fantastic. All my homies love Lapland. Spectre over Lapland. I don't necessarily agree. Definitely not gameplay-wise. I love both, though. But yeah, so... As much like Weedy did to pushing and pulling, Lapland made them remove silence from the game because they couldn't fucking balance it. If they make an enemy silenceable, you just use Lapland and the enemy stops existing. And it's the same with Weedy. Have you noticed why every dangerous boss has a weight of exactly 7? That's because if they don't, Weedy can send them to the fucking stratosphere. So it's just very goofy. Lapland is one of the characters in the game who has completely changed how the game works. They had to outright change their balancing strategies and remove an existing component. Blood Knight event Lamau, exactly. What I miss? Welcome in Shadow! I'll bribe you to put Frostleaf in triple S. Don't. Be responsible with your money. It's almost Christmas. That being said, $50. No. I don't want to have to talk about how I love Frostleaf and Shadow. She's top tier. I'm new here. Should I E2 Lapland? Yes. Lapland has the strongest E2 in the entire game. It's less relevant now because so many enemies are immune to silence. But the reason they're immune to silence is because of Lapland. She is... Even without her silence, she is a top tier DPS. Like, without her silence debuff, I would put her between NTR and Blaze. She is a fantastic ranged mixed damage unit. But with her silence, she might unironically still be top 5. It's just modern content. Everything is immune to silence. Do not M6 her. You only use her S2. Just woke up. Welcome in, Spark! Navas theme, good timing. Exactly, that was hilarious. You've got the fragile debuff? Yes. With her module, she now is better. They gave her a 10% damage amp for your entire team with her module. So I'm glad for that. Now when enemies are immune to silence, she still does something. I do have her module. It's not enough to make her nearly as good as she was on launch when enemies were silenceable though. J plus minus 100 DP, my favorite silencer. Yeah, Lapland is cheaper than J. And then we get to Leto, and let me tell you, holy shit, they cook with Lord Guards. The only reason no one uses Leto is because Lapland exists. She is so fucking strong. I should sleep, but I want to slay. Please do sleep. Tomorrow is Christmas, sir. Welcome in, Alina. Lovely to have you. Best guard archetype. I would say yes, John. Leto sucks. She really doesn't. Her damage is really incredible. I leveled her out of curiosity. She does a lot of damage. Even if they're immune, they silence if you kill them. Yeah, but these days enemies have lots of stats. Isn't it Leto's team sucks at syncing? Yes. Ignore the part where Leto activates other skills for the team. Just use her as a standalone DPS. Her synergy sucks. She's just a really good standalone DPS. Reddit told me Lapland was not worth it to level her up. Okay, Burjo. Just to check, they might not be lying to you. What are your current guards? If you have, for example, Silver Ash, Thorns, or Chobai, then I would say yes, it is not worth leveling up Lapland. So, who are your current guards? Apologies. You don't have to answer if you don't want to, but there is a situation where they weren't wrong. They were probably wrong, it's Reddit. But there is a situation where they might not be. Hi, South, welcome in, Lumi Lily! The way Leto S2 works disappoints me. I thought it was like Ave Mujica Encore. Yeah. It was the test case for that, though. They need to boost the Earth synergy. I hope they do. She's the honored one. She is. She's alright for the silence. Lapland is still pretty incredible. Welcome in, Nightmare! 2 more days. Yes, 2 more days until account reviews. E1 Lappy would be enough? No. Lapland still has a really amazing E2. Her E2 is fantastic. Are you gonna rank Sakiko? No. I don't know what she does. She is too reliant on the synergy, and that's something I can't test out or fully understand myself until I use her. I have Thorns, Mountain, and Spectre E2. Okay, yeah, you don't need Lapland. Okay, you know what? Lapland is still really good, but she is not a need. So I would still say Lapland is worth leveling, it's just not a rush. Especially because you already have Thorns, especially if you have his module and masteries. Thorns is usually a better version of Lapland. But that is not Lapland being bad, that's Thorns being god tier broken. Fuse at bad tier? Look, I like Fuse, but I've got to be real. Now, Lord Zhaohe. No one really uses this guy, but he's fine. He's good. He's functional. He's okay. What's there to say about Lord Zhaohe? Does anyone have any questions about him other than what the fuck does he do? He's a Yan operator in IS-6. Yeah, but that's not very relevant. Put me in the realist. Welcome in, Suki. No one just has him. I have him. You just had to be there for the collab. Welcome in, Excelsiors. I sent someone to say bad on Zhaohei. I be summoned. Hello, sir. Welcome in. No, Lord Zhaohei is not bad. Because he's a 4-star, like, if he was a 5-star, he would be about Iascarp's level, but he performs similarly to Iascarp while being a 4-star. So while you can't really get him as a newbie, if you do have him, and you're choosing between him and Iascarp, he is usually better. Bleed time is enough to let mice leak. Yeah, his bleed is dog shit. He just has really good stats because he's a Lord Guard. Eku 2 is a Yan operator. They're just making shit up. I like his weird S1 range. Yeah, like, he's not an amazing unit. He's just good. He does some things differently. Keep in mind he's a 4-star. If he was a 5-star, he would be in the bad tier. He's worse than Iascarp. But he's a 4-star who's only slightly worse than a good-ish 5-star. That is what I'm saying. I use Lord Zhaohei in IS. Yeah, he's a 4-star. He's free. Very deployable unit. Exactly. He's kind of a meme, though. I have Lapland, Mountain, Chorbai, and Lazy as guards. I'm trying to drop one of them. Drop Mountain. These days, you don't really need Mountain's niche because you have Inez. My go-to 4-star IS guard are Cutter or Utage. Haven't tried him yet. That's fair. Welcome in, Hoyak! Lovely to have you. Isn't he good now in current IS? Yes. Because he counts as Yan, he's very good for the current IS. Especially since 4-stars are free. But again, that's still a bit of a meme pick. Longman is part of Yan. Oh, that checks out. That explains a lot, actually. Chapter 9 with Lapland is clutch. Yes, if you're going through... Okay, for anyone who's a newer player, because there are some of you here, if you're going through older content, definitely level your Lapland. If you haven't cleared, I would say up to chapter 12, Lapland is a very, very strong. You should level her. The problem with Lapland is she's so good that they removed the debuff she applies from the game, and now it basically does nothing in modern content because she was just too strong. Look, thanks for coming, Nugget. Have a lovely day. Sleep well. No lane holding, no damage, no range, no status effect, no nuke. You should undeploy yourself now. What is that? Utage? I just got here. Why is Gavial Alta in SSS? What are my eyes seeing? Gavial Alta is in there because bribes. Same as Lapland. Don't worry about it. Gavial would realistically be about here. Both Lapland and Gavial are actually just excellent. They're just very strong archetypes. That's why they added silence to laptop. Exactly. Now at least we can say, what can be silenced without wiki? Exactly. Nothing. Nothing can be silenced. What do you mean Gavialta is the strongest hookmaster? No. You've got to take into account, Gladia's side use case as a healer. You can bribe South? Yes, of course I'm bribable. It's funny. After changing the... Oh, gotcha. Yeah, right. I forgot they added that in-game because I'm just so used to just guessing. What do you think is the best guard archetype? Lords. That's mainly because of how they execute on them, but Lords have a really excellent stat spread, so if they have good skills... Like, Leto has good skills, it's just her stat spread is excellent. You need bad skills for a character to not function. Iascarp has terrible skills, but he has an okay talent, and with his raw stats, that's enough to make him okay. Liberators are also insane. Yeah, but they have a clear downside. Lords don't really. I think Lords are the best generalist in the game. That's only for guards, though. If we're talking overall archetype, it's Agent Vanguards. You can bribe South, but I'll tell you not to. Of course I will. You should spend your money on yourself. Put Irene in SSS and I'll sub. I can't hold that hostage. That's a very sweet option. I can't let people hold me hostage, sir. That's very sweet of you. I can't let people hold me hostage. That's very different from a bribe. Okay, next up, we're up to Midnight. He's okay. He's worse than Melantha. He does no damage. Wishadel can slap these lords? Yes, she can. Wishadel's my favorite lord guard. So yeah, Midnight is just not very good. I don't know what to tell you. The only reason he's above Arene is you can use him in more integrated strategies when you already have Poppycar and Melantha and still don't have any hope. He can do arts damage, yeah, but he has an attack of 5. It doesn't really matter what damage type he does when his attack is 12. I'm sorry, Jean-Riel. I don't know what to tell you. I'm surprised there are any Midnight shooters out here. I didn't realize Midnight had fans. I got guard recruitment, but I don't have hope left. Yeah, exactly. But you've also already had this happen twice with Popcar and Melantha. He has base dialogue. He does. His dialogue is hilarious, Asan. Also, welcome in. I love Midnight as a character. As a unit, he is just atrocious. Does Ulpianus scam? Ulpianus is amazing, yes. He is hot. He is. I'm a Midnight fan. Yeah, but not for his gameplay, Sten. You're also a Lessing fan. It's just because he's hot. Frostleaf E2 is actually worse than Midnight. Yeah, Frostleaf is just worse than Midnight. If we had a 3-star of every subclass, which class would have the best unit? It would be Agent Vanguards. Bro, Agent Vanguards would have the best unit if we had a 3-star of every archetype. It is not even close. I think he needs to be in a hot tier. Yeah, but we're not ranking them based on attractiveness, unfortunately. The 1.5 Midnight fans is mad at you. I'm quivering in my boots. They should add a car as a new guard. We do have a CAD. We've got Luo Zhaohe. I wonder what a 3-star ambusher would do. Let me tell you. 20% slow. Hi, South. Welcome in, Joshua. Midnight is mid. He's worse than mid. I'd really like to see Midnight Norkut Alter. It would be funny if we got them for the next Mon Hunt. We skipped the other 2-stars. What about Executor 3-star, even cheaper than Gravel? We already have a 2-star Executor in Yato. I feel sorry for Midnight because I got Lappy before him. Can you do a South tier list? Okay, let's do a real quick informal South tier list. I think S tier gotta be the religion tier list. What do you all reckon? S tier definitely is religion and slur tier list. A tier, I would say probably... Would you guys say the drip ranking was an A tier or a B tier? Oh shit, wrong button. I forgot to swap those. After you rank all the classes, you should rank the classes themselves. That's what I'm planning to. After this, I'm doing Vanguards. Then I'll be doing top of the top, ranking all of the top 5 of all of the tier lists. And then I'll be doing an archetype tier list. Chobai is a bit mid to compare the other 6-stars. No. Ranking religion sure is daring. I didn't actually do it. It's just a joke. Just a joke. I didn't actually do it. Okay, now. Anyone who thinks Chobai is bad compared to the other two has simply not used Chobai. This is a really competitive situation where Chobai and Thorns are neck and neck and Silver Ash has fallen off, but Silver Ash is still top tier. So far of this list, Chobai is indisputably the best character on it. That will change as we go, but for now I'm definitely putting her in SSS. The only way she gets out of SSS is if she gets kicked out of it, kicking and screaming. In my opinion, Chobai is actually better than Thorns. Thorns has held up really well, but he still has that weakness of the massive downtime before he starts being good with his S3. Chobai's burst, Thorns is steady. Yeah, but nowadays you have characters like Wishadel who can be steady damage instantly. Thorns still has a 40-second downtime before he really gets kicking. Chobai does dummy high damage, especially if you carry her with you. Yeah, but even by herself, she's amazing. Using her as a pain that I got a module, and with level 7 skills, she's broken as fuck. Yeah, her module is god tier. Also, she can infinitely bind enemies with mild attack speed and her S1, and it's very goofy. I always use Chobai, me as well. These days, I go to Chobai more than Thorns. Both of them are amazing, though. Related note, Thorns. Let's skip Silver Ash for now. Thorns, in my opinion, just to clarify, when I'm saying Chobai is better than Thorns, this is the tier list. Just to clarify. What are your opinions on operators based on their iris? I would need to look at their eyes more to tell you. I don't know. What about a tier list based on all game modes, RA included? Maybe. There are a lot of tier lists I can do, but do people really like the tier list slop? Do you want to see me doing tier lists forever? Because I can do so. So, no. I just wanted to skip Silver Ash to clarify. With his modules, Thorns is once again god tier, almost as good as he was on his release. And for anyone who's new to the game and doesn't understand how god tier Thorns was, Amiya is a guard. Amiya has a guard form. View a tier list when? No! Okay, view a tier list by the amount of money they've given me. Number 1, Sayo. SSS tier, for real, for real. No, I'm not doing that. Okay, so, for anyone who doesn't understand how good Thorns was. Thorns was released in the first year. When Thorns was released, he was the best sniper in the game. Thorns got power crept by about 3% in year 5. So for 4 years, Thorns was the indisputed best guard in the game. Second year? Oh, was it very... Oh, yeah, okay. It was very, very early second year. My bad. Then Tragodia came out. Yeah, now it's a bit different. If you're Hunger Games when? I mean, that could be very fun. I'm doing something like that with the ban request stream, where you can submit a form anonymously or even just claim to be someone else. So you can say why you should get banned and just pretend to be someone else, and it'll be funny. No wonder Thorns is every operator. True, Thornsification as well. So yeah, Thorns is amazing. He does have a weakness, which is it takes him time to get active. Cholbai doesn't really have that. It's very much an early game Arknights thing, which they've phased out over time. Do you think Silver Ash is better than Lapland? No. I know someone that hates Thorns so much he claims it's actually a pretty bad unit. Okay, Emu, here is how Thorns goes. For the first 45 seconds of the stage, Thorns is bad. The second he activates his second skill 2 usage, you can just remove every other character from that lane. The lane is dealt with. And you should absolutely get his modules if you're trying to use him in modern day content, though. But no, Thorns is incredible. Is there a Thorns Altar or just Thorns? Thorns Altar is the specialist, so we've already tiered him. This is just Thorns. Would module Thorns make him better? Yes. For anyone who's new, every single one of the Lord Guards, the current archetype, have incredible modules. So Cholbai, Thorns, and Lapland, all of their modules are very high priority if you use the character. Thorns and Cholbai have 2 of the best modules in the entire game. It is ridiculous. And for Thorns, just pick whichever one you like. Both of them are amazing. He has 2 modules and both of them are top tier. When I first pulled Thorns, I didn't look anything about him and thought I pulled a tomboy. I mean, he is Karen from Blue Archive, so that does check out. He's good in Annihilation. Yeah, he's also good in normal stages. Just, if there's a rush of enemies very early on, he's not that good. Frostleaf? No, this is just the good ones. Anyone below good. So this is only applying to these 3 in Silver Ash. Isn't Lapland 1 just a bit of arts fragility? No, it's just fragile. So now when Lapland can't silence enemies, she gives a 10% team-wide damage buff to them, as well as some extra stats. Her module's still really good, but I'm mainly talking about Thorns and Cholbai. They are both incredible. His neck is really goofy. It is. Cholbai got Ascalons. That's her biggest drawback. You can't compare people to Ascalon in hit count knife. No one in the game compares to Ascalon versus hit count enemies. Ascalon applies 48 instances of damage from 1 attack. Fucking think about that. Oh, banner placement. That makes more sense. Next up, Silver Ash. In my opinion, he's worse than Nerl and Blaze. He's definitely better than Leto. This is more just a case of, these days, his nuking potential. He's a fizz nuker. He's been power crept over the years by the increasing enemy defense. Now he struggles to kill people. He's still pretty solid. Invis reveal is still very good, and he's good at it. He has a lot of team-wide buffs. His damage is respectable. When he first came out, back at the game's launch, he could insta-kill basically any enemy in the game. Now he does struggle to kill him, though. Thorns top 5? Yes. 40 instances? Is that real or a joke? That's real. Ascalon applies a debuff that deals 25 instances of damage per attack, and her S1 makes her attack twice. It's very stupid. It's not even 2 months till they're directly power crept. Yes, but I'm not ranking Sakiko, because to use Sakiko properly, you need to bring a bunch of other operators, so that's kind of like ranking Ulpianus with Gladia, if that makes sense. You're comparing 2 team slots to 1. He's a Tex Alter enabler now, is he? I mean, yeah, he does always help out the fast redeploys. Not really. That's why I'm not ranking them, though. I don't know. I hear a lot of confusing information about those, and I haven't tried them out myself. Not really, Sakiko works alone? Okay, gotcha. But I'm not including Sakiko, so that might change these. Either way, that's more just a case of there's a better option, not they're bad. Can't wait for 6 fast redeploy 6-star Kazamaru. That would be based. 25x DPS, does she come with a damage debuff? No, 25 instances of damage, not 25 times her DPS. She applies damage over time, but it's actually good. That's all. Saki functions alone, though? Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I can't really rate the collab characters. I rank all of the CN characters I can understand, which is why I occasionally skip some, and that's why I've skipped all of the Ave Muja collab characters, because they just play really differently, so I don't really have anything to rank them on. Silver Ash below Blaze, yes. Silver Ash, when he uses his S3, he becomes really squishy, and his damage is about on par with Blaze. He struggles to keep up, just because the enemies have gotten a lot of stat creep. Blaze is still really, really tanky. So, they're sort of side grades of each other, but they do completely different things. They're still both really, really good. Just Blaze, in my opinion, is more useful than Silver Ash unless you need Invis Reveal. In which case, obviously, Silver Ash is better. But then again, you've got Enos. So next up, we have the Donkey. I'm a big Donkey fan. I am. How many of you use Amiya God mode? None of you, right? Silver Ash is great, but he's been so power crept by Mlinar. Exactly. Sometimes in IS, yeah, I use her sometimes in IS. She's fine. She's worse than Spectre, but I'd put her above Lord Xiaohe. I use Medic Amiya. Yeah, Medic Amiya is definitely the most meta version. She would be good if not for the stupid one-time use mechanic. Exactly. So it's only really functional in IS too. In IS. I don't have a guard yet. Yeah, you haven't beaten Chapter 8. How do you get Amiya Guard? You need to beat the very final stage of Chapter 8. That's how you do so. And to unlock that stage, you need to have an E2 Amiya in your squad for the second final stage. I'm also still back in Chapter 12. Oh, so you don't have Amiya Medic then. Being a fan, but donkey recognition is atrocious. Yeah, look, I'm a fan of Amiya, but I've got to be real. Yeah, it's mainly a case of her Medic form is actually really good. Her caster form is kind of bad. Her Guard form is okay. But it's good. It's possible. And in IS, it can be very useful, especially since she counts as a medic and caster and guard, which is very valuable and makes her much easier to recruit. When you need a 1-block, but you don't get a guard voucher, exactly. When you don't get a guard voucher, you can still recruit Amiya. Her main use case is the multi-classing is very convenient in IS. I use it to kill ducks in IS 5, based. Next up... Okay. Would anyone object to me just basically skipping to Surta? Does anyone need an explanation for Mouse, Xyrathan, and Sidoraka? Oh, sorry, I mean Astisha and Sidoraka. Can you class change in IS? You do have to back out, but she counts for all of them. No, yeah, I didn't think so. So, they are bad, bad, and bad, respectively. All three of them are so fucking terrible! Mouse, yes. Mouse is the least bad of the three, and Sidoraka is the worst of the three. I would actually put Sidoraka about there. Astisha, probably about there. Mouse is definitely the best of the three, because it's more understandable for her to be bad, given she's a 4-star, and she applies some very good debuffs. You can't ignore Vivi? I'm not. I'm talking about these three. Mouse is a great debuffer? Yeah. Please explain. Okay. Mouse, her only use case is a debuff. However, this debuff is incredibly risky because she needs to be basically blocking the enemy to do so, and it can be inconvenient. So she applies a Shamari-style debuff, but it's much more dangerous than Shamari, which is why she's bad. However, if you don't have Shamari, she's okay. She would go up to functional if it wasn't for Shamari's existence. Astisha is an arts damage guard with low attack. Sidoraka is an arts damage guard with lower attack, and her skills suck. Sidoraka is the best skin of the three. You're just talking about liking her boobs, Marshu. Sidoraka's second only to Utage. Look, we can give Utages an honorary SSS if you want. Mouse is somewhat usable. Yeah, I feel like actually... Considering Lessing and Lessing got put in functional in Melantha, I can afford Mouse in functional. If you don't have Shamari, she is functional. And she is a 4-star. If she was a 5-star, she'd definitely be bad. But given she's a 4-star, I can give her a bit of leeway. And the range decrease, yeah, it's atrocious. Astisha has a niche that increases her block count. Yeah, unless you're a Centurion guard, you don't actually want to increase your block count, because then you just die faster. You know, we should add Rock. So true, bestie. Sidoraka managed to drag Doctor to the gym. It was very goofy. Asticia's cute, she is, which is why Xyrathan uses her everywhere. Only reason I leveled her is her skin. Yeah, her skin is very, very pretty. It's crazy that Astgen got an altar and Asticia didn't. A mouse is still useful. I wouldn't go that far. She's functional. If you like her, you can make her work. But outside of that. Next up, we have the ice cream machine, Serta herself. This is another case of, is anyone really going to be confused about where I put her? Name me a single better melee boss killer than Serta. You might be thinking, oh, she hasn't held up. She's been power creeped. By fucking who? I'm confused. She's way better than Thorns. Yeah, you know what? I would actually, I think boss killing is more important. Mlinar usually doesn't have block and can die. Serta doesn't have those problems. You really misunderstand how much of a benefit having a heli drop, massive HP buff, and immunity to death is. Wishadel isn't melee. Serta with Tex Alta S2, yeah, but that doesn't count. Ulpianus, no. Serta outperforms Ulpianus unless the enemy has basically no defense. Vivi with module, I would also say no. Serta's way faster to get online than Viviana with a module. Just Serta, it was a good meme. It wasn't a meme. That was... If we're talking characters who broke the game, we have 3 guards. Lapland, Thorns, and Serta all did so. They had to just completely change how they did bosses, because Serta is just so fucking good at boss killing. Only thing she's lacking is her memories. Exactly. Blemishine's hospital shines. Exactly. You can out-heal Serta's self-immolation, and when you can do... Like, okay. Here is a way of summarizing, for anyone who hasn't used Serta, how ridiculous she is. It is a legitimate strategy to just have Serta and medics, so that you out-heal her self-damage, and she solos the stage. She's really good. New players saying Serta is bad because of 4+ years of meta ops. Yeah, and even then, she's still good. Can flowers eat Serta? Yes. So often it's good to let her get eaten by a flower at low HP, and then fast redeploy her to stop her killing herself. Same as the Vor enemies. It can be beneficial. I've done that, it's fucking fun, it's so goofy. Nowadays you only need, what was it, 3 operators? You need Warfarin S1, Civilite Eterna S1, or was it S3, and shit, who was the third? Nowadays you can do it with just 3 operators. I just forget who the 3 are. Her only weakness, air and low hover enemies. Yeah, she can't hit them. And with read handling flying enemies, the method works better than ever-based. Alright, it was Monster. Yeah, nowadays you can do it with just Monster, Civilite Eterna's S3, and Warfarin. Just those 3, you can out-heal Serta's damage to herself. Sure S1, it might be 4 of them with Sure S1. It's something like that. It's either 3 or 4. Wait until HG adds weird stuff to buff melee operators that can hit air. Yeah, if they make Serta hit air, they would break even more game mechanics. They should make Serta alter and she's basically Contrail. So, yeah, Serta still holds up, and anyone who says otherwise is huffing wild copium. That being said, I don't use Serta nearly as much these days, just because guards as a whole have gotten so much more competitive. She's still incredible, though. There are just better boss killers who kill from a wider range. So, like, Lapland and Wishadel. I can see that as an artifact for IS. That would be very funny. They did it with Nasty. Yeah, but Contrail was better. Sounds like a geek job. Yeah. Eku Alta. Now, next up, Vina Victoria. And, thankfully, neither of our resident Vina fans are here. I wanted to add her S2 a good. Yeah, Serta's other skills are also good. It's just her S3 is god tier. Serta E damage. Bro, imagine they give Serta elemental damage on her S3. That would be so fucking stupid. Vina has fans, apparently so. Ulpianus doesn't need 3 healers, just Gladia Poggies. Yeah, also welcome in Sishu. But they do different things. So, here is where Siege Alta goes. She's okay. she's good. She's like the second best true damage guard. Vina's main thing is true damage, and that's kind of irrelevant. No. Vina's main thing is true damage, but she sucks at it. Monster is better at true damage as a medic than Vina is. Serta Delta module with burn, that would be so hype. Welcome in, Highfire! Siege turning from a Vanguard to a Guard because she has no Van. So true. Even Null is better than True Damage. Yeah, she's outcompeted by Null and Monster. It is very sad. It is tragic. Second TD Guard after Gardnia? Oh, you mean, this guy? This is Castle 3, a Relic. 1 star. When the Medic class does more damage than the melee? Exactly. It's so fucked up. Oh, second True Damage. Yeah, no, she was the third. She was the third. What's Lappy's actual rank? Here. Those are the actual ranks. Don't worry. Right at the end, I'll show off all of the actual ranks with no bribery. Do not worry. Do not worry. Now, it is what it is. Vina is not very good. I don't know what to tell you. She's simply not very... Wait, where the fuck is Tachanka? Why is he out of order? Wait, he's a Lord Guard. Why the fuck is he... I accidentally skipped the Lord. The Lord Guard. My bad, my bad. So let's discuss the Lord Guard, who's definitely a Lord. I'm kidding, of course. Can I bribe you into moving Vina up? Yes, you can, but be responsible, sir. Tachanka's a Swordmaster. Yeah, no, I was joking. The joke is he's a Lord Guard. Yeah, I was just making a joke for the Rainbow Six fans. Don't worry about it. We can bribe. I don't know any of them enough to bribe. Yeah, don't worry about it then. Be responsible with your money. I find it funny to blatantly accept bribes, okay? I think that's a funny joke, so I do so. Tachanka's a Swordmaster? No, he's a Lord. He's a Lord Guard. I don't know what you're all talking about. Thank you very much. You know what? When you think about it, Vina is basically Monster, except always in her DPS form. When you actually stop and think about it, like, isn't she pretty good? She has the lion summons, and no one here knows how those work. Genuine question. Does anyone understand how Vina's kit works? Because if the answer is no, none of you can disprove what I'm saying. When you stop and think about it, she does true damage, summons 9 lions, and much like 1 billion lions can beat one of all of the Pokemon, Vina's lions can beat every operator in the game. Yes, I do. No, you don't. It works bad. No, it works excellent. I don't know what you're talking about. In your opinion, which guard subclass is worse? Dreadnoughts. The lions do something? Yeah, the lions are actually, like... Vina has really bad uptime, but when you activate her S3, she fills the entire stage with true damage dealing lions that do really high DPS. So, she's definitely the bottom of SSS because it's really inconvenient, but when her skill is active, everything fucking dies. I'm the only Vina user. She can hold 3 lanes. Yeah, exactly. She fills up the entire stage with her fucking lions. Vina can hit air troops if you bring a Sky Ranger. Lion is a range extension. Exactly. So no, as you can see, that was my bad. Vina is actually our queen, and we all serve her. So she summons every operator into the game at random onto every tile and just kills everything. She's truly amazing, and definitely didn't get power crept before her release by Null and after her release by Monster. I don't know. Okay, look, all jokes aside, Star Knight, you've got to agree with me here. One of the devs fucking hates Vina. What the hell is this? Like, one of the dev team absolutely has it out for her. I don't understand how poor Siege can be power crept this many times. And then she gets an Alta who is immediately power crept. They did her so fucking dirty. Fuse bad. Look, no one knows what Fuse does, and it's not very good. Better than Vigna? Yes, Vina is better than Vigna, I would agree. And thank you very much. That's very sweet of you, Star Knight. You never need to. They want to keep the game balanced. They could have, like, doubled her damage, and it would still be balanced. I was expecting much more from the Alta. I was kind of sad. Exactly, like... Vina's Alta is a really cool idea, but because it was true damage, they were so hesitant to give her good multipliers. Same as Franca. It's the same thing that Franca had on launch. In theory, Vina is game-breakingly amazing, but they didn't want to risk her actually breaking the game, so they just made her undertuned. They have probably an expert hater to save her. That would be a very funny reason. She doesn't have a whole chapter. Yeah, she even has a whole chapter. The way the devs treat Siege is so sad. It really is. They lost a lot of money betting in the night tournament. But no, Vina, as you can tell, yeah, she's a very fun character, but man, they did her so fucking dirty with her multipliers. She technically does more damage than Monster, you're just never going to see the damage. Yeah, like, in theory, Vina is amazing. In practice, she's just so inconvenient to use. Hello, welcome in, Midi! Lovely to have you. Still ever maxed out? Yeah. There's a, like, Vina is very pretty. Now, question. Oh, sorry, wrong one. Star Knight, what color are her eyes? Don't go looking it up. What color are Vina's eyes? You're definitely not busy looking at her Venas, right? Yellow. Ooh, yeah, the average Vina fan. Welcome into Hanchi! Lovely to have you. Gold, green, yeah, they're sort of goldish brown. Her two lions, so true. Why is Siege Ulfta back to top 5? Take a guess, Sten. Why is Muelsis there? Bribery, don't worry about it. Alrighty, now, Viviana. Joke's on you, I'm looking at her weapon. Oh, is that what you call them? Moving on, Viviana. A lot of people say, oh, South, Viviana with her Delta module is just as good as Surta. Every single person saying that is absolutely full of shit. She is nowhere near as good as Surta. The only thing she has going for her is being unkillable. But she doesn't have the range or the damage. She is roughly between Nerl and Blaze. Enemies are currently very weak to burn, which makes her feel much better than she is. But give it a little bit of time, as soon as enemies get elemental resistance, she will start plummeting in terms of usefulness. I'm full of shit, yes, but I don't care, I love her. Yeah, we all love Viviana, and she got done so dirty in the transition between NPC and Operator. She can tank Quilon, yeah, with certain relics. We got robbed of the nuke? I know, right? Why doesn't RS3 do the nuke? Why is Laios in the Frostleaf tier? That's still too high. Yeah, you know what? I can actually no. He is better than Matsuimaru. Even high res makes Vina struggle with that burn support. Exactly. Like, Vina has higher peaks than Nerl, but Nerl is much more consistent. So when you're looking for a boss killer, you want consistency. And Vina doesn't ignore res like Surta does, so she absolutely gets cucked. So that is, like, she's a good, very good boss killer with a module. Now, that being said, if we're talking about Viviana without her module, there is where she goes. She is so fucking terrible without her module. What the fuck were they cooking? Wow, yes, Star Knight. She is a defensively oriented DPS boss killer. Every boss in the game can just fucking kill her. Worse than Lessing? Yes! Lessing can survive blocking enemies. That being said, her module does fix all of her problems. Her module is incredible. So with her module, she jumps up very drastically. Have we gotten to Tachanka? Nearly. He's not actually a Lord Guard, as much as I was joking. We're almost up to Tachanka. RNG defense is painful? It is. Vivi just doesn't believe that offense is the best defense. Yeah, she believes she can distract them with her massive tits. Why are you staring at her face when her tits are right there? But no, like, genuinely, without her module, Viviana is that bad. It is so disgusting. I just E2'd my Laffy back to poverty now. Welcome in, Soul Preacher. Yeah, it never gets easier to E2 characters. Had to leave for work, but enjoyed your company. Thanks for coming, Amirez. Have a lovely day. I hope they don't give her the Martial treatment on Altar. Yeah, that would be very funny. Viviana's such a disappointment. She fits none of her lore of her enemy version. She's a basic bitch sword woman with a veneer of candle power totally. Yeah, it's mainly she's also disappointing because her enemy version is so cool. All of the Blemishine event boss enemies are really cool. Can you put her behind Blaze? Actually, yeah. How about this? It's not that she's worse than Blaze. But Blaze is acting as a bodyguard, and Silver Ash is minding her constantly. He's giving her the side-eye to make sure she doesn't try to get over there. She has a restraining order. Nerl has a restraining order. So how about that? Handshake emoji. In our hearts, she goes between Nerl and Blaze, but Silver Ash is making sure she doesn't breach her restraining order. What's the tier above top 5? Bribery, so that when I'm fixing it, I can put all the bribe units there. Hello, welcome in 03. Lovely to have you. So yeah, restraining order activated. Silver Ash is enforcing it. Viviana's probably very cold 24/7, even with all those candles. I don't know. She's dressed in very heavy gear. Fuse is in bad tier. I think I should leave. Look, Fuse is unfortunately quite bad. Why does Vivi want to NTR the NTR? No, she doesn't. She's just in love with her. She just blatantly flirts with her. It's one of the implied lesbian interests in the game. There's also one explicit one in the form of Scavenger, but they don't mention it often because sexuality is not important for the Arknight's characters. Next up, Briafita. Do I need to say anything about Briafita? Are you gonna make me do this? Who? Good point. He's worse than Morgan. Who's that? So, he's an instructor class guard. What that means is his entire gimmick is applying buffs. His buff is a small defense buff that is very situational and sucks. Hydrate, yes sir. Base skill? Yeah, his base skill is incredible. So's Frost Leaps. While Vivia is bad, support guards in general are tragic. Absolutely. Very situational. Yeah. Okay, to put it in perspective, Doberman only buffs 3 stars. Okay? Doberman provides a mediocre buff to exclusively 3 stars. This is how bad Briafita is. So for anyone wondering, that is why. That is how bad we're talking. Wow, lol, yeah. If only I was exaggerating, but I'm really not. Even in a situation where he can shine, you're better off dealing with things offensively. Exactly. It's just, he's a defense-oriented guard who does no fucking damage and has no bot. Has no fucking buffs. Oh, it's Doc, the inheritor of Blitz emoji? Exactly, the new Blitz. Is outfit swap fixed? Yes, it should be. It should be. At least it's across the map. Yeah, but... Oh, great. I'm pretty sure Amiya's 7% attack buff is better. Wow, that did not work. Okay, there you go. Shit! Mix it up! Why are you doing this to me? Sorry, it did not work. There you go. Wait, actually, no, Maid Cat doesn't work regardless. Wait, that did get rid of my cat ears. Okay, so everything but outfit change works. Yep, apparently that one's just broken. S1 Fuse plus Eku Alta, 100 ammo, 90 attack speed, and he's tanky. You plot him on the lane and forget about that. Yeah, you want to know who's better than that? Blaze. She doesn't need the combo and she does the same thing but better. He pairs well with Pensiris. Yeah, but Pensiris is also bad as much as I like her. Probably a newbie op. Yeah, but he's very expensive and extremely bad. That's the problem with newbie ops. If they're actively bad, they're going to teach people to play wrong. Melantha should be top 5 with Doberman passive. She is not. Blaze doesn't proc Echo Alta passive. So you're saying that Fuse is good because you can make Exusier stronger. Yeah, man. For real. And the new 1-star Vanguard is really good because he acts as extra range for Lemuel. And look, I understand Fuse can be useful, but you have to really try to make him useful. He is bad by default. Next up, Doc. And you want to know the funniest thing about Doc? He's just as bad as Fuse. It's just he has even less use cases. You want to know what Doc's main use case is? If you're playing Guard Knights and need a healer, he's the only option. That's it. That is the only situation I've ever seen someone unironically use Doc. They were playing Guard Knights and they wanted to fucking heal. Is it R6 Doc? Yes, this is Rainbow Six Siege Doc. This is one of the collab characters. I finally beat IS6. Congratulations, Cat! If so, why does he look like that? Some of them got very Arknightsified. Others did not, like Fuse and T'Chaka. I don't know why they made Doc so fucking hot. I have no idea what the hell they were doing, but Doc is just really attractive. Like, for anyone curious, let me real quick show off his skin. Why did they make the Frenchman so hot? Why do they keep doing us to this with really bad operators? What is this? He looks so bad. Yeah, maybe compared to Rainbow Six, but in terms of attractiveness, damn. This is just French propaganda. I don't want you to move him, it's your opinion. I've just been using this combo and I'm having a blast. Oh, of course. If you're having fun, that's what matters. But, like, you wouldn't recommend a new player to use that. Doc S1 damage is really good for guard knights. Yeah, so Doc's only use cases are relying on you being limited to only guards. That chin, exactly. It's also his tan. He's also French. That is the downside. The downside is he's French. He's not as based as Tragodia. Like, think of it this way. Courtesy of Doc, there are now more French people in the world of Arknights. That's fucked up. Welcome in, Finicky Keys! Lovely to have you. I hope you like my emotes, man. I also gave the M3 to Doc yesterday. Yeah, well, if you're having fun, that's what matters, but we all know it's not good. South gotta go. Thanks for coming, Foxwater! Have a lovely day. If Tragodia was real, I would support the French. For real, for real. Pretty much everyone here is subbed. Yeah, it is what it is. He should be in a French tier. No, he is based despite being French. It's my new favorite emote. Hey, let's go. I think that face is very cute as well. Someone actually screenshotted that. That was not one I took. But no, the answer to why you have a gifted sub, I'm very lucky to have a ridiculously, unhealthily supportive community who refuse to spend their money on themselves. Alright, well, that's one Palace fan. Awari, we're doing Palace now. Speak now or forever hold your silence. So, is Gavial that good? No. Gavial is about that good. She's an excellent unit, but if you already have Blaze, they're basically side grades of each other. Gavial has higher peaks, but Blaze is more consistent. Blaze, Lapland, Gavial, Lapland, and Vina are all bribed. Don't worry about it. You said top 5 for Chunky. I did, and don't worry, I will do that. When I first followed, I got gifted a sub instantly. Yeah, that happens. Did we skip Crushes? No, Crushes are later on. For whatever reason, they were out of order. Now, when Palace came out, she was a side grade of Thorns with her S1. Unfortunately for Palace, better guards now exist. She's okay. Dar sniped me mid-sub of my own. Let's go. I got a gifted membership on last stream right after I spoke. Let's go! No, I'm very, very lucky to have all of you. E2 Palisade is really good. That's pretty much all. Yeah, but she also has the goofy feet. Palace has very, very goofy feet. So, no. Palace these days is a bit of a meme. Actually, no. I would not put her below Poppycar. I'd put her about there. She's definitely worse than Spectre. Definitely worse than Leto. She's not that bad. She's functional. She's good. It's just... her only use case is being S1, a side grade of Thorns. Palace S1's very fun. Exactly. Palace S2 can stall golems if you ignore Hodor at S2. Yeah, Palace doesn't have an S2, man. Palace can go on range tiles on module, but Glania can too, and she's free. Exactly. Palace fills in that niche and buffs them. It's good. Yeah, but Palace is really bad. Hey, everyone, the new Amia Bide skin is fire. Welcome in, Jason! As someone who uses Palace, her kit makes me so mad. Exactly. Welcome in to Pioma! Yo! We have a non-sub. Okay, proof they do exist. And welcome in. Lovely to have you. Fun fact about you.
It's paid content.
Fun fact about you. You don't know what Palace's event is. You are correct. Thank you very much, Daha. That's very sweet. I should have kept my mouth shut. How to bribe South into putting Monster in the Guard tier list. 5 subs and sure, but no. Be responsible, Yida. It's Christmas. Please spend that money on yourself. But by the way, I didn't set the going rate. People just started giving me 5 subs for it. So now if I lowered that, I would feel like I'm scamming you. So I guess it's 5 subs. Is Amia versus Aesthesia this big of a gap? Yes. Aesthesia does arts and has very low attack. Amia guard form... her main drawback is she can only use her skill once, which sucks, but the skill itself is really good. Make it 10? No. Mountain Best Guard? No, he's not. She can heal other ops before her? Yeah, but it's very inconvenient. Sorry, I don't have money. No, sir. Please, you do not need to. It's free content. Palace will have her come back when they introduce more in-Minos operators. Bro, even then it only applies to 80% and above HP. It's so bad. Melantha SSS, how much?
Give me money. Please, Chad,
10
give
subs.
me money.
Once again, that one's hard to justify, but be responsible. Be responsible, Daha! It's almost Christmas. I'm so upset Frostleaf isn't good. They should make a 5-star version of her. I hope we do get a 5-star of Frostleaf. Hi, South. Welcome in, Rando. Lovely to have you. Amia S1 actually the best unit for E0 niche, but not E0 level 1. Yeah, that's fair, but no one plays that. Okay, next up we... Thank you, Daha. That's very sweet. Okay, how about we stop here before we get back to 500 concurrent subs? How about we stop here? Thank you. That's very, very sweet of you. Oh my god, I didn't realize how close we are. It would amuse me if Frostleaf Ultra was 3-star. That would be hilarious. Thank you so much, Daha. That's very sweet of you. Swai, you poor Nepo baby. Yeah, Swai's a bit of a tragic case. Oh, thank you, Tom. They made Melantha module and it's super good. Move it to S. Yeah, you know what? Actually, true. As a newer player, Melantha is SSS. That is so valid. I would not put her above Lapland, but I would put her above Vina Victoria. What do you reckon, Daha? How does that work? How does that work for you? Morgan is kind of she exists. Morgan is tragically terrible. There are so many guards. Yes, we are not even halfway. But no, Melantha for a 3-star is only beaten by Cruz, making her the second best 3-star in the game. I was lurking so I wouldn't get one. Welcome in, Queen! No worries if you want to lurk. It's lovely to have you anyway. I hope you enjoy my emotes and the ad-free experience. Welcome in, though. The very top slot, fine. As you can see, when you really think about it, Melantha's better than Serta, because you get Melantha before Serta. Like, most players start the game with Melantha. Very few players start the game with Serta. So you use Melantha first, and Serta is by definition your second option. There you go. That's the best I can give you. No objection. Melantha propaganda will continue. True. There are actually legitimately. There is a large portion of the player base who only play using Kyostin V guides. So, actually, Melantha might be the best guard in the game. No joke. It is arguable. It is arguable. Also, welcome in, Shirin. I don't know, this stream was sponsored by Kyo. Yeah, oh shit, sorry. I keep pressing the thigh button. I forgot I changed him. Is he still using Melantha in his guides whenever he can? Yes. Hey man, don't expose me like that. We had someone on account reviews who very literally only played using guides. They were gonna be in the latest video, but the footage corrupted. And I mean that, like, completely literally. They do not ever attempt to stage themselves, they just play to collect the art. It's so based. Look, see you soon, Necron! Thanks for coming! Highest pick rate, arguably. This agenda must be kept. So true, so true. I really do hope we get a Melantha altar. I love the 3-star altars where they're grown up. It's really, really wholesome. Melantha's not even his favorite. I know, it's actual slander. It's actually slander. It's a legitimately Kyostin slander, but it's just synonymous with Kyo at this stage. Okay, Swire. Now, the only good thing I can say about Swire is she is the best of her archetype. Welcome in, brave Sir Robert. Her module is Brad, but boy do her skills suck. I like using with offense to recovery. Defense recovery? What, Melantha? Or did I miss some context? Also, welcome in. Lovely to have you. I've been on Hopium for 3 years. Yeah, fingers crossed. What's this about guards that can heal other? Palace. Swire? Oh, yeah. Gotcha. Swire is a weird one. In my opinion, Swire is legitimately better than Palace. Palace is non-functional as a buffer. Swire is a really good buffer. It's just that her skills have very high costs. In terms of actual buffing, she's not Warfarin tier, but she's pretty good. Like, it's hard. She also does surprisingly good damage. Not nearly as good as Whishlash, but it's mainly a case of Swire actually gives a good buff. She's the only one in the entire archetype of buffing guards who actually buffs enemies. Buffs allies. Palace? The problem with Palace is that Palace's buff doesn't exist. Oh, thank you so much, Phoenix. Okay, using money to send a Swire gif is so fucking Giga Chat. Hang on. Wait, that mods VIP this man. That's actually fucking hilarious. Thank you, Dar. That's very sweet. That is legitimately hilarious. Spending 30 bits to send a... Thank you. That's very sweet. And that's funny. Okay, congratulations on your VIP. That gave me a good chuckle. Finally, someone sees Swire for her true potential. It's not high, but it's higher than people say. Yeah, I feel like that's a good way of putting it. I want you to know the gap between Swire and Hoshiguma is immense. Palace does better damage than Swire, but they're a buffer guard. You're not bringing them for their damage, and it's not good enough to make up for it. Prediction, Mountain will be in the excellent tier. Realistically, yes. Palace can also solo lane hold sometimes, so fair. Yeah, like, if we're talking personal combat potential, obviously Palace is better. But Swire's buff is actually pretty good. From memory, it's like a 30-40% attack buff. Or, no, was it 20-30? Something like that. So it's like it's better than Sora. It's not as good as Warfront, though. Next up, Whishlash. Now, Whishlash has the opposite problem. She has a global buff. Her buff fucking sucks. It's so bad. How her S2 is fun to use and does good damage. But her kit is really, really bad. Her second skill sound effect is addicting. It is. Her S2 is fantastic. It even does amazing damage. But the uptime sucks and the buff is non-existent. Hello, welcome in Onchi! Instructor Guard in general is a bad class. It's not as bad as Dreadnoughts, but yes, it's quite bad. Unk ain't got it. Look, I love Swire, but she's really not good. She was good for 5-star Welfare Knights. Key point being was, exactly. Even the Welfare Knights players don't use her anymore. Back to regular time? Yeah, most of my streams will be regular time with occasional US time. The worst class coming in now? Yeah. Okay. Let's get this out of the way. So, Brawler Guards. Bee Hunter is Frostleaf tier. Flint is Frostleaf tier. Indra is bottom of bad. And Jackie is Frostleaf tier. It's so fucking tragic, man. Why do they so suck? Why do they suck so bad? I like them all. I have all of them leveled. When I was young, they all fucking suck. Brawlers versus Dreadnought on average. Which class is better? Brawlers. You don't understand. Like, Dreadnoughts as a whole, their class is not inherently bad like Brawlers are. They just gave them all terrible skills. Like, all of them. I'm a ghost soon. Thanks for coming, Reptron! Have a good day at work, man. Took the devs a little while to figure out this archetype out. They still fucked it up. Time for monetary, Brawler guard tier listing. Exactly. Mountain carry. No. It's also including the low rarity ones. Bee Hunter isn't that bad. Soup. Her gimmick is having dodge. She is a one-block unit with low damage whose gimmick is survivability. She is so fucking bad, man. The only brawler I have ranked so far of these four that does content. Thank you very much, Dar. That's very sweet of you. So the only one so far who does damage is Indra. And here is the problem with Indra. Skill level 7 to mastery 3 on either of her skills doesn't change her SP cost. What the fuck? Who here decided they hated Indra? This is messed up. Bee Hunter's good in RA to clear those boxes. She is. High South didn't notice. You're welcome in, Trez. So no, Indra has really good skills. And then they just gave her the worst SP costs in the entire fucking game. It is tragic. She gets the same treatment like Mina. Yeah, I swear that they must hate the Victorian characters. I have the opposite problems. I upgraded Dreadnoughts, and it's sad to see Matamara get outdamaged by Vigna. Yeah. Indra's SP cost doesn't change. Yeah. I have M6 Indra. Her SP cost is the same as skill level 7. Lifesteal Arts is so cool, but 54. Exactly! It's so fucked up! Indra has bad skills because she gets so hard to get, so why bother? No, Indra's skills are amazing. Legitimate. The tragedy of Indra, her skills are actually legitimately fantastic. They need to halve their SP costs. If Indra came out with better uptime on her skills, she would be a top tier, incredibly valuable, rare get from recruitment. Instead, she's terrible because you can use her skills twice a stage. It's so tragic. Technically, Vulpus is a guard as a vanguard. No, she's not. She is a vanguard. Just the usual year 1 super high SP costs. Yeah, they were just being way too conservative with balancing. Is Victoria Scots or Brits? Brits. But no, Indra massively suffers from year 1. Which is a shame. Indra could have been a super cool, ultra rare unit. Instead, she's just absolutely tragic. Now, speaking of tragic, and apologies that I'm doing these out of order. So, here is where Dagda would go if her talent applied outside of her own chapter. Hi, first time seeing you live. I like your videos. Welcome in, Shubi! Lovely to have you. And thank you. I'm glad you like them. I hope you're having a good day. And Merry Christmas. Indra has to be one of my favorite designs. Woman in suit is very hot. Now, this is legitimately my opinion. This is legitimately my opinion. Dagda is an incredible unit with her talent active. Her talent only activates in a chapter where you get her by completing all of the stages except 3. And the final 3 stages are filled with enemies who all have 2,000 defense, who Dagda can't damage because she does physical damage. One of the devs hates Victoria. I don't know who it is, but they really do. So, because Dagda doesn't have a really good talent, here is where she goes. She is, in my opinion, slightly better than Amiya Guard version, and the only non-6-star brawler who doesn't completely suck. Dagda actually still holds up. Her S2 is good, her S1 is a meme, but her S2 damage is legitimately quite high. It's just no one ever uses her because she's a brawler. In the dev's defense, it is Britain, so true. Wish she could use her talent. I know, right? It's so tragic. Also, now, on to Xianghua. Here is why I'm so mad. Indra needed SP fixing, right? That's all she needed to be good. You want to know what module Xianghua got? He got an SP module. You want to know what module Indra got? A dodge module. Fuck you. Anyway, Xianghua is incredible. He is a better version of Blaze. So far, I would put him in the top 5, but he is 100% getting kicked out of it. So I'll put him at the top of excellent instead. Is Dagda better than the 14% party attack buff? I would say yes. I have no Blaze. I'd put a Xianghua where it uses Glades, and it would work 90% of the time. Oh, yeah. Like, he is basically just an upgrade to Blaze. And no, Amiya, the 14%, it depends on your units. Like, if you're using all pianists, 14% attack doesn't fucking matter. If you're using normal Exia, 14% is really important. Same as Frostleaf, she needs attack speed module, she got arts module. It's so tragic. Do they say why they don't update the SP costs of old ops? Because it'd be hard to balance, realistically. Gladstone designs are peak. I do like them. Now, Xianghua is... Wait, actually, no, shit. Sorry, we only have 3. I zoned out. Daha, you actually got me. I thought Melantha was there legitimately. Because I put all of the other bribe slots late, I saw there's 4, and I just... Okay, so for now, I will put Xianghua in excellent. I would actually put him above Thorns. I think he has power crept Thorns in AFK lane holding. He is easier to get going because you just need to activate his skill 5 times, but it's lower cost. It's easier. He attacks much faster. And once he's going, his peaks are higher. He's also still tanky. In my opinion, Xianghua is better than Thorns. I bought the 2 Amiya skins, now I'm broke. Relatable. I will be after. Welcome in, Ark. Lovely to have you. I hope you enjoy my emotes. His only issue is it doesn't hit air. Yeah, actually, that would be a valid point, except there's no aerial enemies anymore. They just don't exist. Welcome in, Jay. Welcome in, FedEx. I level and use the Glasgow gang. Dagda is the only good one. Yeah. But he yaps 100 times a stage. Yep, it is hilarious. Shongla doesn't hit air and Thorns does. When was the last time you saw a drone? I'ma be so dead ass. Genuine question. When was the last time an event or chapter had a drone? I'm not talking IS-6, where it shows up on one stage. Thorns can't kill those. You said yourself you'll check out Amiya skin. I will buy it, most likely. I'll check that out off stream. I just played Lemoen event. Yeah, but even then, you need active anti-air. Thorns doesn't suffice. Ekuelta had flying enemies. Yeah, but that was a rare case where Thorns was bad against them. Lapiolta event. Did they? Wait, did Lapiolta even have flying enemies? I have no memory of this. Everywhere. Yeah, look, either way, my main point, these days there are so many better units who just kill air as a side effect that it's not really an issue. Yes, the balloons. Oh shit, you're right. Yeah, I'd forgotten about them. Basically just drones these days are rarely a threat, so Thorns' niche of hitting drones isn't as much of an issue. Because now there are actually good casters and many more snipers. That's all I'm talking about. Thorns E damage? Yeah, but E damage is kind of fringe for Thorns. Like, just to clarify, they're still both in the top 5. I just personally think Shongla is better, even though I default to Thorns, because I'm a lazy piece of shit. The Nasty event on Cian is almost all air. Okay, then maybe for Nasty event, Thorns will be back up. I just don't really notice drones anymore. They're just not really an issue like they used to be. I used Logos to kill the balloons? Exactly. What's the tier at the top tier? Bribery. Right at the end when I'm screenshotting this, I'm going to move all of the characters who are there through bribery. Welcome in, Okai! Venus stages, U stages. Yeah, but like, back in the day... Thank you very much, Daha. I go sleep, last reminder, and Chunky. Don't worry, I won't forget Necron. And he's only 7 away. And thank you very much, Daha. Drones are not real, they can't hurt me. Yeah, it's more just a case of back in the day, drones were a major threat, now they're just less so. Now, Mountain. Mountain is worse than Shongwa. I said it. He is. He's worse. When he released, he was better than Shongwa is today. Peak Mountain is drastically above peak Shongwa. However, Agent Vanguards. His entire niche of being a cheap lane holder who'll last you the entire stage no longer matters. It doesn't exist anymore. You set down Inez, and she does the same thing while also generating DP and hitting aerial. You can't force the sub on Daha. No, you can't. Yet another person has tried to snipe Daha. You cannot stop him. He is too powerful. Bait? No, this is my legitimate opinion. Mountain, when he first came out, I would say is just below Surta. He was the second best guard in the game, only beaten by Surta's absurd boss-killing potential. Even Peak Thorns, Peak Mountain was stronger. Peak Mountain was incredible, but his archetype as a whole has been power crept. I'm head out. Thanks for coming, Cat with a Gun. Have a great day. No, that's not why. Okay, I know the reason why. I just don't share without his permission. Don't bother with Mountain Module, it's too expensive for small improvement, it's a scam. Exactly. I lane held with Fuse since he also hits air and 3 targets. Yeah, but you really love Fuse and are trying to use him despite you, despite your best efforts. I only use him on Male Knights these days because cheap lane holder and only agent is puzzle. Exactly. So yeah, Mountain specifically used to be top 5, he no longer is. There's so much bullshit in top 5, don't worry, I will fix that when we're done. There's gonna be 2 more characters going into top 5. Sad there wasn't a chance to use Mountain S3. Yeah, it does kind of suck. It is what it is. It's always a really weird thing to have an early guard lane holder. Yeah, and it was a very valuable niche, but like, hear me out. These days, Exusier costs 1 more DP. Ekuelta costs basically the same as Mountain. Welcome in, Suppressed! Lovely to have you. Mountain can solo hold lanes, he can. But these days he's just not as good because Inez. Oh, thank you very much, Daha. This module was already released like last patch? I believe so, just no one pays attention. No one uses Mountain these days. Like, people used to use Mountain all the time, now he's just been kind of power crept. And thank you, Daha, that's very sweet of you. Top 5, look inside, 8 operators. Don't worry, when I'm posting the tier list, I will fix this up. Myrtle can summon Walter instantly, exactly. Welcome in, Maplecino! Lovely to have you. Also welcome in, Gay. Now that we're off of a controversial tier list, let's get on to... Good morning, just woke up. Welcome in, Ramino! As much as I love him, I'd put him in good, thanks to the faith. I lack fine lady. I do genuinely think he's still excellent. Mountain's main problem is that Inez does his job for him, and Inez is, like, the fourth best character in the game. I forgot about Tragodia. In my opinion, Inez is number 4, in terms of all game. So he's just really getting fucked over by that. But he's an excellent unit. I would use him over Blaze as a lane holder. I personally default to Blaze, but he is better, and I'm aware of that. Now, before I get started on the Sword Masters, let's get one out of the way. Let's take Degenbrecher and put her in the top 5 where she belongs. So there we go. That is the top 5 guards in the game. Why is 12F and Mumu here? Bribery. Don't worry about it. Where are the chibis at the bottom of the screen? I'm sorry, I've been trying to fix it. It's still broken and I'm not sure why. Irene the Shining Forehead in top 5? No, unfortunately not. All Pianus will be kicking out Thorns. Don't worry. Once we get to that'll happen. That'll happen. I alone am the Mountain Joy who still actively uses them despite having others. Yeah, but like, usually, it used to be a case of you'd use other characters despite knowing Mountain is better. Now you know other characters are better. That's all. She can break my sword any day. Who said that? So true, bestie. Now, on a scale of 1 to 10... how badly do you want Chobai to step on you? Genuine question for everybody. They're all on the list. Why are we asking stupid questions? Exactly. Shit, I keep pressing the wrong button. Can you explain why there was so much hype about Degen, but now no one uses her? People use her all the time. So, the reason there's hype around Degen Knight is that she is Irene, but with an auto-charge skill. She is a top-tier DPS with an almost unique, incredibly strong debuff, who is very cheap and can lane hold exceptionally well. She's also very survivable because her S3 makes her temporarily untargetable, and if you get lucky with her fear, enemies can't attack you. People still use her in high-end content. She still absolutely holds up. A hospital, that's how bad? So true, bestie. So, she's less ubiquitous than she used to be, but I still see her a lot. She is still absolutely a go-to guard for a lot of players and easily top 10. I don't know if she's still top 5. She's definitely still top 10. Great debuff, auto-charge, multipliers, exactly. I've never seen people use her. It mainly matters in high-end content, but she's an all-around excellent unit. I feel she's more broken than Walter. I wouldn't quite go that far, but she's in contention for characters similar to Walter. I have better units, but use them every stage. You're not alone. Based. Only thing stopping me from using all my best operators is my phone. So true. How much to bribe Scotty? The default is 5 subs, so please be responsible, okay? It is right before Christmas. You should spend your money on yourself. I did not set that rate. I would usually have it lower, but people just kept gifting me 5 subs for shit. So I don't want to scam them by making briberies cheaper. So just please make sure you wouldn't regret the spend beforehand, okay? Why no monster bribe? You should spend your money on yourselves, sir. It's Christmas. Buy yourself something nice. I like Carl and Trade. I still prefer Irene out of high-pressure situations. Irene is very funny. Degenbrecher's very hot. Oh, thanks to follow, Silkmoth. Lovely to have you. Imagine Swordmaster Kit would be fixed if they give auto. Yeah, that is what Degenbrecher is. Degenbrecher is a slightly stronger Irene who has auto-charge on her skills. It's fucking stupid. It's really strong. It's really, really strong. Now, with that out of the way, let's get to the rest of them. Who's the worst limited character? Silence Altar. If you count welfares as limited. Outside of that, shit. I would have to look... Oh, Pepe. Yep, sorry, Pepe. Oh, no, wait. If we're counting Lunar New Year, it is Nyan. Nyan is the worst limited in the game. I used to think it was not the case, but then I leveled my Kuora. Nyan is a side grade to a 4-star. I really like Nyan, but holy shit, Quora is just as tanky as her. Dusk, no. Nyan is power crept by Quora. Completely forgot Nyan was limited. Sorry, my girl. Exactly. I love Nyan. I have both of her skins. Nyan allows with the sway passive. So just. Oh, thank you so much, Shumi. That's very, very sweet of you. Please make sure you're being responsible, okay? Thank you. That's very, very kind. You don't need to do that. Oh, only Niche is increasing block, not for herself though. Okay, so let me revisit Skadi, because I forgot to take into account the fact that Skadi, when you really think about it, Skadi works with the Abyssal Hunter buffs. So if you're running an Abyssal Hunter team, Skadi is arguably as tanky as Ulpianus and is a ridiculously incredible boss killer. She gains so much stats from the Abyssal Hunter buffs, she just can't be killed and kills everything. Legitimately. If you are using the Abyssal Hunters in your squad, try out Skadi. She does actually hit like a fucking truck. Holy bribery pool, what are you talking about? This is my opinion. This is my legitimate opinion. Expensive Melantha, yeah, we all agree Skadi is not quite as good as Melantha. She's a 6-star Melantha. Melantha is 7 stars though. So obviously Melantha slightly outperforms Skadi. But especially with the ridiculous, like legitimately, Skadi with her buffs is fucking crazy. If you use Hunters, you use Skadi for the passive. Yeah, but that's mainly because you don't need to deploy an extra character. Skadi with the Hunters does legitimately hit like a fucking truck. Like, she can one-cycle, I think, Big Sad Lock. I'm not 100% sure. She can definitely one-cycle Quintus, because I remember I was doing an Undertides but only Abyssal Hunters thing. Like, legitimately, all jokes aside, in the Abyssal Hunter team, she is outstandingly powerful. It's more just a case of usually you don't need someone other than Ulpianus on the field and everyone else is just there for her passives. That is the reason she doesn't see more use in the Abyssal Hunters. I bought myself a new case. Let's go! Irena's having fun in IS6, having more levitate-related items. Yeah, she's the main beneficiary. Skadi's the Abyssal Hunter buff, but Melantha has the Doberman buff. Exactly, so true. Skadi's hit so hard it's insane. Yeah, like, this part isn't part of the bribery. This is legitimate. Skadi does hit like a truck. The reason people don't use her anymore is characters like Kirito and even Phantom. The big problem Skadi had was hers is time limited, Phantom's was guaranteed. So there was a very narrow gap where Skadi's slightly extra damage was useful. There was one specific stage with certain casters. I think it was a chapter 5 or 6 stage. You know the one I'm talking about, if you were around back then. There was one stage where Skadi's S2 was genuinely necessary to kill some casters. But it was just, she was always competing with Phantom, which was her main drawback. South, could you hear that TTS? I did, I just zoned it out because I always get flustered. Oh, yeah, no, look, Bonk. Don't do that without Daha's permission. Any idea how to directly reply to someone rather than typing the @ directly? Apologies, I do not. That's okay, it's very tragic when all sword master skills are offensive recovery, but Degen S3 isn't. How is that fair? Yeah, Degen S3 shows us why they're all offensive recovery. 5-3, yeah, that's the one. I'm gonna send a pic of my setup in the Discord. I am planning to do setup reviews at some stage. I feel like that could be very, very fun. So I'll do something about that in the Discord. Let me remind myself, actually. Let me just jot that down. Setup reviews. South doesn't read as per usual. Oh, well, I didn't see you say it was fine to say that. That's all. Oh, shit, I just realized I've been ignoring Kick Chat this entire day. I'm so sorry. Welcome in, South's Giant Fooder Cock. I'm so sorry, sir. I accidentally had it slightly minimized. I only just saw you. South's what? Yeah, their name is South's Giant Fooder Cock. Also, let me get that ad off screen. There you go. Huh? Yeah, that's their name. I'm not kidding. When I started a kick stream so that people can watch Ag free if they want to and talk their horniness wherever they want, people made kick accounts which were at my expense. So they just made the worst possible account they could. Because I dislike Futa, okay? I really don't like Futa. I don't get the appeal. It's just, you're adding a penis. Why? I don't get that. And then they're like, Futa's not gay. Yes, it is. There's nothing wrong with being gay, but it is. So they did that to mock me. Not based. Look, I gotta be real. That's my personal opinion. Is Phantom better with SA ult than Skadi? No, right? I believe yes. I believe yes, but I'm not 100% sure because I haven't tried him. That's what I'm saying. Exactly, exactly. Anyway, apologies for that, XQ10. Now back to the tier list. It's gay, but, like, not actually. No, it's... I've seen a lot of Fuda art. They really emphasize the penis. You're taking a scene with two girls, and you're adding a penis, and then you're focusing on the penis. That makes it gay. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. People disagree with me. That's what I disagree with. So yeah, not a fan. So that's at my expense. What the fuck, Lazy Altar? Yeah, Lazy Altar is gonna be coming up soon, don't you worry. Doesn't have to be two girl. Yeah, it often isn't. What are we talking? Yeah, right. Let's get back to the tier list. So, Bibik. Now, when she first launched, Bibik was one of the only sources of infinite stun in the entire game, and she was absolutely incredible. Actually, phenomenal unit. I have zero opinion on Fuda. I just see why it's fun to make fun of South. Oh god, it's spreading. Why can't I get a normal Texas Eku Dojin? Exactly. Like Texas and Eku. That sounds amazing. Why do two of them have penises? So, yeah. When she released, Bibik was absolutely phenomenal. Unfortunately, she's now just like barely functional. I would say she's, now, I'd put her above Luo Xiaohei. Amiya? I wouldn't put her above Amiya. These days, Amiya Guard is actually more used than Bibik, quite a bit. Not the CC5 trauma. No, you mean CC4, Operation Lead Seal, the Mudrock Golems. Bibik combos with Tequila to commit financial fraud? Yeah. She does have an amazing base skill, same as Shamari. It is very, very fantastic. She used my clutch against golems, exactly. Infinite Stunlock in the past, she was the OG Infinite Stunlock. So yeah, she still holds up slightly, but I would say Dagda and Amiya are both better than her these days, so that's where I'll put her. Back in the day, she used to be quite a bit better though, it's just now her only niche is the Infinite Stun, and other characters can do that better. She made every boss immune to stun though, that was also Chen S1. She still is really good. She has range stun and can hit drones and kills the low altitude enemies. Yeah, like, she's still good. She's still absolutely usable. It's just now most of what she does can be done by others. Like, when Thorns came out, Bibik lost a lot of her niche case. If you're killing drones, you just use Thorns. He kills all of them. Like, it's just things like that. Incrementally, because it's better to have a character who specializes at something than a character who's good at a few different things. Chen has an S1? Yes, it's very goofy. Next up, Chen. When Chen came out, she was here. I love Chen with Penance and Shongwa. She is great with that. No, I woke up late and missed half this stream. Welcome in, NPC! Hot take, Chen is better than Irene. All of her skills are usable. Her passives are good. Her modules are good. Irene only spins. Look, brave Sir Robert. I like Chen as well, okay? I've got all of her outfits. I've got her M6. No, I haven't leveled her S3. Don't ask questions. I like Chen, but man, she's so not good. She's so bad. She's so fucking bad, man. I'm not biased, I promise. Look, I'm right there with you, man. This is Chen when she came out. She was good. She was a heli drop. She was fairly versatile. Nowadays, she's functional. I would say she's better than Mouse. That's probably the best I can do. Chen is the baseline for Swordmasters, and that is not a compliment. Yeah, Chen is the baseline for Swordmasters, but it's not like Swordmasters are super competitive good units. Melantha was bribed yet? Yeah, Melantha was bribed. Definitely. The passive, though? Yeah, her passive is incredible. But you want to know what's better than that? Arketo. Why would she be? Actually, yeah, no, there's been no bribery today. Everyone's been well behaved. I haven't received a single sub all day. It's free content, and that's proven. I hate Chen Alta. She abandoned all of her original concept. I agree. I do not like Chen Alta's design. Chen feels more like a support SP guard than what we expected. Exactly. Sure, yeah, I'm glad you believe me. I'm glad you believe me. No, it's free content! Shut up! I was wondering why she's so high. Don't worry. Right at the end, I will fix this and take a screenshot, and you can all see the actual tier list. Also, sorry, that shut up was very loud and mean. That was a joke shut up. I don't actually mind. It's a funny joke, I get you. And thank you all very much for the subs. You're all way too supportive. Please stop before we hit 500. I don't think I'm mentally... I don't think I'm mentally ready to hit 500 concurrent subs for a second time. Someone bribe South... No, stop begging... Yeedo, stop begging Stop e-begging on my behalf! What tier list did I skip? This is the second last one. There is Vanguards after this. You need to do a version of South that sounds more like your natural talking voice. Okay, so, actually, genuine question. Could someone, one person, exclamation point South, just one once. Everyone give a listen.
Please, chat, give me money.
Thank you. So,
Please, chat.
no, stop that now. This is a genuine question, but thank you. How many of you are unaware that that is my normal talking voice?
Please, chat, give me money. Please,
genuine question.
Chat, give me money.
Welcome in, Ivy. That is much closer to my normal talking voice than the voice you're hearing right now with my streaming voice. Yeah, so I understand the confusion. When I'm streaming, I am basically manically happy the entire time. I am currently talking in the upper register of my voice. Like, very significantly in the upper register of my voice. Let me take a drink of water and calm down. Normal speaking voice when, South? Oh, I'm planning to do that for the ASMR. That was your voice? Yeah. The Gao and the South are both my voice. Same as the yips and the unyips. Okay, there we go. Alrighty. I'm back to my normal talking voice. So, this is more what I usually sound like when I'm not being really excited. I just very much enjoy streaming, so... Inside of you, there are two wolves. One's gay, the other's gay. You're gay and exusier, both of them are Texas. Back to femboy voice, please? What do you mean? This is how I always stream. I did actually start my streams like this, but I had a recurring problem of people falling asleep. Is that why you're always so giggly? Yes, I am manically happy, very literally. This is actively hard to do because I'm trying, like, I'm so fucking happy. I love streaming. Okay, back to normal. And I have enough to redeem this. Is that what you wanted me to say, NPC? I feel like you misunderstood that one. I dare you to keep talking like that for the rest of the stream. Look, come to the ASMR stream, I'll talk like that or deeper. I can hear the giggles leaking, it's cute. No, it's not. I get how someone would fall asleep to that. Oh, absolutely. So, especially if I'm doing an 8-hour stream and I potentially lose energy and I start talking like this. So that's how the redeem works? Exactly. You just say what you'd like me to say and I say it out loud. For free? Well, of course it's for free. You've been a really good boy this year. Either way, I could listen to you read anything for hours with both voices. Oh, thank you. That's very sweet of you. I can't believe I fell in love with a chick. Yeah, regardless of your gender, liking South is gay. I know. Crazy fact. I mean this with no malice and ill will, but you sound like you're an infomercial guy from my country that recently got doing a hit and run. Your Honor, look, I did not hit and run that guy. He jumped in front of my truck, so can you really hold me accountable? I drove off because I didn't realize. Good night, chat. Thanks for coming, Silk. Have a lovely day. No, I'm not adorable. Shut up. Alrighty, let's get back to the tier list. So yes, the please chat give me money, that is much more like my normal talking voice. This is me being manically happy, which is why I giggle so much as I try not to, because I find it very embarrassing. I can't risk letting my girlfriend hear your voice. Don't tune into the ASMR stream where I'll be doing my normal voice, but with a slightly seductive tilt. Much like the exclamation point South. Also, welcome in, Maplecino. Welcome into Twitch. Who's the NPC looking guy? Oh, wrong one. Looking guy in the Frostleaf tier? Do you mean this guy? Bria Fighter. Oh, thank you very much, Dar. Maniac happy as peak? Well, I'm glad, because I get very embarrassed by it. That's exactly what he said, and he said he didn't see him. Oh, I assumed that was his default. I don't actually know the guy. I was just making an educated guess. Not Doberman? Yeah, no, the guy next to Doberman. This guy. He's like Doberman, except applies defense debuffs. He's terrible. I went into Twitch to play that based. shit, what do you mean we're at 475? Fucking why? Oh my god, that's so stupid. Okay, sorry, I can deal with those emotions later on. Let's get back to the tier list. Now, Cutter! No, leader, it is against my stream TOS to e-beg. Please do not, sir. Please do not. You're not allowed to e-beg on my behalf. Please do not. Scardy in top 5, absolute Scardy cinema. Yeah, I definitely wasn't bribed. Briafita is described as an NPC. He has amazing abs, but his face is definitely NPC. Oh, welcome in Pistana. Lovely to have you. Next after that guy, oh, that's Lyos. Don't worry about it.
Give me money.
Yeah, so every time you guys are typing south, you are breaking the stream rules. I want you to know that. Anyway, back to the tier list. We have Cutter. Cutter is, for a new player, the best guard in the game. The fact you're embarrassed to be heard in your own voice is cute. No, it's not. I'm not cute in any way. This is slight exaggeration. Cutter, as a new player, is excellent. She's an all-round excellent 4-star. One of the best in the game. Cutter's good. She is. She's amazing. In my opinion, Cutter would go here. You might be thinking, South, you're crazy. Spectre's absolutely better than Cutter. Yes. However, Hoshiguma Alta comes out in 1 month. That is why Spectre is not above Blaze. Drone Hitter, it's not even Drone Hitter. She just has really... She takes good advantage of her trait, has really good stats, and has excellent skills. She's just an all-around great unit. Silvergun has said that Hummus is better than Cutter for a new player. Yeah, but that's because Hummus self-heals, and that means you don't need to worry about leveling a medic. In terms of DPS, Cutter absolutely exceeds him. All roads lead to Hoshi Alta, exactly. Cutter's a fantastic 5-star. Yeah, and the funniest thing is she's a 4-star. Do you only take into account main game or stuff like IS? I take into account all, if they're significant. For example, Amiya gets a bit of a buff by being incredibly cheap in every IS, because if you take any of the squad buffs, they basically count to Amiya. And you can get her from like a medic ticket, a caster ticket, and then you get a guard. So it is very convenient in IS. It's mostly non-relevant for guards, mostly. I only take into account extreme examples like Unectes in Reclamation Algorithm. Cutter's my favorite 3-star, so true. So yeah, Cutter is actually a really good Swordmaster. And the funniest thing about this is, as much as I love Chen, Cutter actually slightly out DPSs her. It's so fucked up, man. A 4-star does slightly more DPS than Chen. Ah, they did Chen so dirty, and she has aged very terribly. Cutter's so peak she is. She's absolutely fantastic. Welcome in, Matters! Lovely to have you. Chen outranked? Absolutely. I got her M6 mod 3 max level. Yeah, she's very cheap to level as a 4-star. You get her very early on. If you have better options, don't level her, but for a new player, I would strongly, strongly recommend them. Like, Cutter is my default newer player. Check if you have Cutter. She's a good guard. Like I said, Chen is an SCP support guard. She absolutely is. Then we have Irene. Now, when Irene came out, here is where she was. She was exactly where Degenbrecher was. Unfortunately for Irene, Degenbrecher is just directly better than her. Oh, sorry, the outfit change seems broken. I'll toggle that for you. So yeah, Degenbrecher specifically is just better. Irene's still better trust. She's not. Top 5 is getting strangely large. Don't worry about it. So yeah, in my opinion, Irene is the equivalent of Silver Ash. In theory, still fine, but massively power crept by other characters who do their job but better. Waga Yaiba? What does that mean? Is that what she says? By the time Irene came out, I've basically always played on mute. Yo, welcome, it matters. Top 5 5-head though? Yeah. Look, let's just say, if I were to scroll down to the comment section, I could still see Irene's forehead. Degen is the definition of you, but cooler. She is. Oh, thank you so much, Daha. Sorry, that's so funny. Did I lose my membership again? The next line. Daha has gifted a tier 1 sub. And thank you. That's very, very sweet, Daha. Lamau, it is very goofy. Why'd I receive another one? He's being irresponsible with his money. Waga Yaiba! Ryu Kugumiya is pretty goat. She is fantastic. I just haven't really heard her voice. Okay, then, unfortunately, That was the last of the good ones. I know! We all love our favorite Lord God, and in our hearts, and courtesy of Necron bribing me, I'll sub if you put Irene in SSS and Dagon in Frostleaf. I can't be held hostage. Apologies. Mlinar is a different archetype. Buff Army Tachanka is expensive as fuck, but the most fun I've had with the squad. He's very, very goofy. He's very fun. I hate YouTube. Opened Irene YouTube video, and the first thing she said is AI English audio. Oh, sorry to hear that, man. That's a lot of top 5s. There may have been a mild amount of bribery. A mild amount. Anyway, so because of bribery, Tachanka's going in the top 5. How did he outperform Melantha of all people? He can shoot through walls. It's really, really goated. Was Gaviel bribed? Yes. Gaviel and Lapland would be an excellent, not in top 5. Now, outside of that, here is where Tachanka goes. He's so fucking bad! He's so terrible! It is impressive how bad of a kit the Lord has. They did him so dirty. He's such a funny character. But his skills suck, and they take ages to charge. Chen needed someone to be worse. Exactly. They wanted to make Chen look better by comparison. But yeah, obviously he is our Lord. He is the Lord and Savior. He is the Lord of Rainbow Six, so he is top tier. That was just that was a test of your faith in the Lord. The Lord stands tall, exactly. Potential man alongside with Sunshower Heathcliff, hell yeah. See, South, no one is asking if Vima got bribed. Yeah, they just assume. Yeah, the reason no one's asking Star Knight is they know at a glance that Vina got bribed. I remember him getting recommended for Anduin and Guide Ahead. People were shitposting. You'll not slander the Lord? Exactly. S2 takes a long time. Yeah, it takes ages and it does no damage. All the good R6 ops in battle are the 6 stars. Yeah, it is just Ella and Ash. That's it. It's so tragic. To be fair, Iana is also okay. Praise the Lord. Exactly. Praise the Lord. Also, I got very hyperfixated on Monster Hunter. Welcome in, Jester! No worries. Lovely to have you. I'm glad you're having fun in Mon Hun. Man, I really should play Mon Hun again. That game's fun. Next up, we are now moving on to another very fun archetype. Does any man, woman, or child think anyone other than Jula is not terrible? Let's get this out of the way. Akafuya, barely functional. Helga, actively bad. Noircorn, I love him, actively bad. Utage, fast redeploy without reduced redeploy timer. Terrible. However, for a new player, she is functional as a discount Project Red. Crab skin is unfathomably hot. Yes, the crab is unfathomably hot. Yana's the doll keeper. She is. Utage is great. She's okay for a newer player. How dare you rank Gallagher bad? I recently M9'd him. Oh, thank you, Star Knight. Put Utage up. True. Okay, I'll get to that. I'll describe Helga first. I thought you were adding Wishadel. Yeah, don't worry about it. That's a surprise for later. Did you play him after getting his module? Actually, no, that's fair. Helga's module does make him functional. That is actually a fair assessment. The problem with Helga is you need to sink all of those resources into getting him okay. Not even good, okay. I love Helga. I love his design. He's one of my favorite designs in any game ever. Especially his skin. Same as Crab. The Mushas are dripped out like crazy, and all of them suck. How close are we to 500? I think we're like 19 off or something. But no, I don't understand what it is. All of the Mushas look so fucking good, and then they just suck. Helga versus plus module 1v1's Patriot, which has unintentional lore implications. Yeah, it's so hype. Jula is good though. What are you smoking? I haven't ranked Jula yet. Don't worry about it. At least he's strong as hell in Enfield. He is. Pog is very strong. How do I have a sub here and in Twitch though? Yeah, you showed up to type exclamation point south and you got sniped. It is what it is. So yeah, Helga, that is fair. He gets good. Akafuyu is another defensive-oriented guard. She's a defensive Musha. Meaning she gets stuck on one enemy and can't kill them. So she basically just stalls out one enemy for a really long time or dies. Helliger does do damage, he's just mainly held back by his inherent weakness of being a year 1 operator. When Helliger came out, he would have been about here. He was worse than Blaze, but not by... Actually, no, he would have been more like there. He was better than Cutter, I can give him that. But nowadays, I would actually... No, I wouldn't put him above Lessing. It's unfortunate. Thanks for coming, Dave. Have a lovely day. Now, of course, when I was ranking Utage, I was ranking Utage without taking into account her outfit. So you might be thinking, oh yeah, South, look, I get it. Utage looks weird as hell and no one uses her. Because her default skin is really strange. So... I forgot the immense power that is Utage's Utage's. Utage's overrated as fuck, Sten. The reason people like Utage is massive tits. That's it. That's it. They like the massive boobs. It ends there. That is the only reasoning. And it is so goofy. Let me see if I can find this. Utage boobs removed. Let me see if I can find this. Because in the CN art book, they made her massively flat. Looks like I cannot. In the CN art book, they made Utage, like, unironically an A-cup. It looked so fucking cursed. It was so insanely cursed. It was so stupidly goofy. Utage's what a power move, exactly. So yeah, obviously taking that into consideration, Utage goes up into S tier. Definitely. She's a god tier guard, especially for newer players. Too bad I'll never get that skin. I would laugh, but that's how I feel about the Nightmare skin, so relatable. She's one of my most used units, not because of her humongous melons, but also because of her humongous melons. Guna chat full of Gunas. Daha. You saw how Sten reacted when I pulled up Lessing's skin. Everyone here is a Guna, it's just for different things. A lot of people goon to Gavial. A lot of people goon to massive tits. A lot of people goon to men. The chat reflects the Guna, the streamer. I did used to play Azure Lane, but I was asexual, so no. I would say B cup in there, maybe B cup, but that's like really generous. Book means S tier W streamer. What do you mean by that? That is true, exactly. The reason Sten doesn't goon to Utage is he's into men. Buff women's subs rise. Yeah, Degen is the closest you get, unfortunately. I'm not a gonna swear trust. Disregard what you saw in my account. Exactly, Daha. I don't think Utage's that attractive. Well, also, by the way, Utage's 17. I don't know why, but they made her canonically underaged. Devs, why are you like this? All of us goon to South?
Oh, really? And what part of me do you goon to? Maybe I should punish you. That's a little bit naughty.
We still don't know her race. Yeah, she's a one-of-a-kind race. I'm also into women. I love Irene and Degen. Yeah, just you know what I mean. Just jokingly. Does that mean it can still grow? Yeah, apparently. By the way, that is my voice. The ara. That is me too. It's South, your character. Gotcha. South is very attractive. However, South's internal body temperature is superheated, so like any entrance to her through any orifice would instantly melt. If you stuck a finger in her mouth, it would also instantly melt. So, hey. Anyway, I'm done for guards. I don't care about the rest. Well, thank you very much, Star Knight. That's still very sweet of you. What's the lowest your voice can do? I can't hit my lowest yet unless I've warmed up. I am what's called... Okay, last thing and then I'll get back to the tier list. My father was what's called a basso profundo when he was an opera singer. That translates to profound bass, so the deepest voice you can get. My voice is deeper than my dad's, who is a B-list famous opera singer for his deep voice. I just have a very naturally deep voice. Not quite as deep as, like, Russian orchestras, but exceptionally deep. Oh, welcome in J4 Wolf! South is basically Nyan. Yeah, exactly. So, no, I can't do that on command unless I've warmed up, which I didn't do today because I got distracted doing other things. Basso profundo, profound bass, hilarious. Yeah, it's just Italian for profound bass. No, my dad is not Marco Meatball. I'll wait until a character is created specifically to be able to breed South. That wouldn't happen. South's reality warping powers trump everything. How much to get to see you to sing a sea shanty? I don't know, like $20 and I'll do it after the tier list. But be responsible with your money. Can't wait for Helga themed cover. No, I'm singing the I don't really intend to sing Helga's theme because it's in Russian and it's quite difficult. I'd love to see you sing Requiem theme then. Sure. Look, how about this? I'll do that right after the tier list before we end, and I'll warn Daha so he can leave because my Russian is terrible and Daha speaks Russian. I know Requiem. It's a very fun song. I think Reinhard van Astrea should be able to do South. No, he would not succeed. Now, that sidetrack out of the way. Let's get through the rest of the gods. Zula. I can't pronounce him, he's in Chinese. He kicks Thorn out of the top 5. Zula is insanely good. That is not the reason I'll leave. Oh, fair enough, duh. Sorry. I just assumed it was either my Russian is bad or my singing is bad. I just assumed it's one of those two. My beloved Snake Hesbon. Yeah, Zula is insanely good. Sorry, I was having a meltdown over IS6. You're fine, gulping. I've been there, man. What did I miss? A little bit of bribery. Which of Zula's skills should I focus on? His S3 is his default, but all of them are good. He's an M9 candidate. It just depends on personal preference. In my opinion, read S2 and S3, see which one vibes with you more, pick that. My goat is washed, Thorns is kind of washed. It's tragic. I was so bummed I got him instead of Shirt, and then I changed my mind after using him. Yeah. I scream at everyone at your Discord, please don't, gulping. That is rude. Please don't be rude on my Discord. Bro is basically the Ray of Musha Gods. Yeah, he is the one survivor of their actual use case where he's just good. He's actually legitimately just amazing. They said Dragodia can solo IS6. He can't. They mean metaphorically. Zula gets his own teal for trying to steal our daughter. Yeah, I like how they keep implying Zula and Amiya are dating. It's definitely wild. Next up, also welcome in Swag Wasp. Lovely to have you. Gotta put him next to Amiya. No, Amiya is quite a lot worse than Zula. Where's the Ulpianus? He's coming up. He's coming up. He's one of the last archetypes. Top 5 is now the second biggest category. Truly the most unbiased stream ever. Look, you guys keep bribing me. What am I supposed to do? Not accept a bribe? Anyway, next up we have Leiji Alta. Leiji is not top 5. She's uniquely good in IS6. Oh, thanks for the follow, Dar. That's very sweet of you. Nerf Utage looks kind of normal. I can't. Yeah, it's so goofy. Where'd that get started anyway? Oh, it's just implied in-game. So, in my opinion, Leiji Alta is equivalent to Nerl. Roughly equivalent to Nerl. It was a misinput. What, do you not want to follow me? Understandable, man. So yeah, Leiji is my Oh wait, does that mean? Do you not follow because then people can't give you subs? Oh, is that how you're doing it? I thought it was a different reason. Either way, Leiji has higher peaks than Linar, but she is not him. Oh, you accidentally unfollowed. That makes more sense. Thanks for the follow, Brave Sir Robert. Lovely to have you. Linar's side grade, but when she hits those peaks, it's Mount Everest. Exactly. Leiji has higher potential than Linar, but is usually worse than him. Higher ceiling, but depends on the stage. Exactly. Linar is insanely consistent. Related note, Linar. Xianghua gets booted out of the top tier. In my opinion, Linar actually is worse than Degenbrecher because zero block is such a major drawback. The fact that half of the time he does nothing and has no block and is still a top tier guard is insane. It is insane. Linar is just modernized Silver Ash. He completely breaks the game in half. He is so stupidly good. His taunt has saved my ass. His taunt is incredible. Linar sees less use than Leiji in high-risk CC, so I hear. Yes, also welcome in, Nick. Leiji has higher peaks, but is very inconsistent. In high-risk CC, that doesn't matter. You are tailoring every unit to a very specific situation. There was a CC where Mudrock's S1 was mandatory to do a certain strategy. At the absolute peaks, Leiji is drastically better than Linar. But Leiji is not as good in general content and general stages. Linar is insanely consistent. He is always an excellent pick. Just blanket. There's no other consideration. These are broken. Yeah, I'm so sorry. The chibis are broken today. That is not just you. That is everybody. The plugin is just broken. You can deploy him first and enemies still target him. Exactly. You're inconsistent, South. Where's the paid
Please
content?
check
Yeah,
if
I'm not even at 500. No, actually, no, I'm not going to joke about that. No one heard anything. Shut up. No, don't. No. Okay, Bliner has 1 skill, lame as hell. At least Lazy has 3. Welcome in, Zeri. I do agree with you. Lazy having 3 niche skills is very fun, but you've got to admit, overall, Bliner is almost always better. He is almost always better.
Give me money.
Is there a stupid bet at 500? No. There's one at 800. There's none at 500. It's just I'm not mentally ready for that. At least when it starts with a 4, I can just ignore it. Where are the other tier list streams? I need to see them. They're just in the live tab. You'll probably have to scroll a little bit. I do 1 a week, so it should be like every 3rd stream or something like that. Apologies. I don't have them in a playlist. Apologies for that. Your eyes are quite literally what 100% of the Arknights community reacted when they saw Crown Slayer's kit. Yeah, look, I was happy Crown Slayer got good art and we got Crown Slayer. That's fine. And yes, they're in the live tab in YouTube. Not in the videos tab, in the live tab. That is how you check it. Okay, now next up we have Tequila. Now, I'm gonna be so dead ass. Tequila has never been particularly good. He's okay. Lazy Aura farms, she does. Look, Tequila is like particularly good as in people overstate him. He's also really good. Nelter on the same level as post-mod Vivi is wild. Zere, post-mod Vivi gets completely fucked over by Rez. You gotta be real here, man. Yes, she hits higher peaks, but for a boss killer, you want someone who can fight every boss, not only a third of the bosses. Tequila's recommended as a first E2 for newbies. I hard disagree with that. Lazy's so cool, I'm having a lot of fun with her. Lazy is fantastic. Lazy is a way I hope they continue with the game. Her and Ablana are examples of excellently designed characters, where they are just fun. They are strong, but they just play the game completely differently and have their own mechanics and minigames. I love characters like that. That was why I liked Arkedo's S2. Nerd explodes at the smallest inconvenience. No, she doesn't. She has 3 instances of invincibility. So no, in my opinion, Tequila was always overhyped. Yes, he's very good. I would still recommend, personally, Kata E2 over Tequila E2 for a newbie. That is my legitimate opinion. If you disagree, that's fine. My opinion being, not blocking is a really major downside, and Tequila's upside is nowhere near as strong as Mlinar's upside. There is a canyon between the two, and I do not think Tequila's downside is worth his damage, personally. I have tried him, I only use him as a base slave. He's just not worth it. There's a guide from the official Arknights Discord that says get Tequila and E2 him. They're just stupid. I want you to know that a lot of, that's the same kind of guide makers as the person here who said that people were telling him not to level Lapland. Like, even if Lapland's not a must, she's still good. If that's your argument, Vivi has unlimited instances of invulnerability, but only RNGs there, eh? Look, I understand. Personally, I would rank them like this. I do get your argument, though. Realistically, there is a solid argument for Viviana to be just below Thorns. Above Mountain and below Thorns. Is that roughly where you'd place her? From my understanding of Viviana Enjoyers, that is my best guess of where they'd put her. For me, personally, every time I've used Viviana with her module, I've been disappointed. I'd like to inquire why Thorns isn't top 5. He was, then he got kicked out by Jula and Lina. Also, welcome in Spade! Lapland is legit just better than E2 at Tequila. Exactly, like, as a newbie, why would you recommend Tequila over Lapland? Infinite gambling versus 3x $2 wins. So true, bestie. Tequila has the damage, but in early game you don't need the damage. Exactly. You want utility and block. Lapland is, in my opinion, the best use of your instant E2 ticket. For the 5 stars. Like, it's just not even close. Like, Lapland is so strong for new players. They recommend Tequila for base skill? That's fucking stupid. The Bieber girl at top? That was bribery, don't worry. Welcome in, bro! Lovely to have you. Jessica Alta with 75% dodge is pretty crazy. Does a cap with other additions. Dodge is multiplicative, so it doesn't stack. If you have 2 sources of 50% dodge, you are flipping 2 different coins, and if either land on heads, you dodge. Which means 2 50% dodge chances is a 75% dodge chance, not a 100%. Okay, TY? No worries. I'd like to express disappointment at Thorn's S3 better than Jula. S3? No, it's not. Zula has a lot higher peaks modern day. Is Utage there for any reason? Okay, so, my top 5 that is not bribery is Surta, Chobai, Degenbrecher, Mlina, Jula. Everyone else is there for bribery reasons. Lapland and Gavial, in my opinion, would go in excellent. Vina would go low excellent or maybe good. Everyone else is functional or bad. So just to clarify, Zere, since you are in good faith arguing the actual tier list. Top 5, top 12. I will fix it before we end. Don't worry. I thought bribery would be higher. I mean, I can do this. How about this? How about this? To make it cleaner, since everyone's constantly complaining. There, are you satisfied? Are you satisfied? There you go. This IS is tough. Can't get good RNG. Yeah, this IS is tough. Utage deserves to be there for her massive Utages. So true. Solves my confusion. No worries, Zere. Yeah, I completely get it. It can be very hard to see. So since there's so many, I'd put him there. Why is Surta number 1? In my opinion, Surta still holds up as the best guard. In terms of an all-rounder. Oh, so actually, no, shit. Sorry, I remember. I was explaining Surta when she first came out. In my opinion, she'd be there. She's better than Jula, not better than Lina. Nice, we're bribing. Welcome in Warzone. Satisfied, no. Entertained, yes. Lazy. Lazy is not as good as Lina for most situations. She has higher peaks, but much lower troughs. If not bribery, would Lapland be an excellent? Yes. Lapland and Gavial would be an excellent tier, without the bribery. I still do think they're like top 10, top 15 guards. IMO all-rounder spot should go for Jula. He is the best all-rounder, which is why he bumped out Shongwa and Thorns. I think Dagon is better than Jula for most players. Not being able to be healed is a major drawback. You can get used to it, but it is still a drawback. My disappointment's immeasurable and my days ruined based. I kid, do your thing. No. It's still worth complaining about, even if only jokingly. There's still 2 heavy hitter guards left. Yeah, this top 5 is still up to change. My Queen Chobai is number 1. I do believe, of who we've ranked so far, Chobai is number 1. I do believe that. However, that's gonna change real shit. real quick. Now, next up, Windscoot. Fucking 4-star tequila. I would go so far as to say he is worse than Midnight, worse than Fuse, worse than Whislash. I would put him there. Half of the time he does nothing, and then his damage sucks. He's so lame, he is. He's not as bad as, like, Broker or Franca, but he's not that much better. Welcome in, HM! Lovely to have you! So, look, I like Windscoot. He is just not particularly good. Midnight is the best in green tier? Yes. Midnight is the gatekeeper for green tier. If you're better than Midnight, you're a functional character. If you're worse than Midnight, you belong in bad. Windscoot can match tequila damage on 2 targets. Yeah, but it's situational and just inconvenient. And he doesn't have a... He's a very weird unit. How's the bribery been? How do you think? Very niche use. He's a Yan operator. He can be used in some nodes. That is some mad copium. Midnight the gatekeeper, he is. For all of the 1.5 Midnight fans out there. Next up, we have Entalakia. Now, if this was a Thigh tier list, if this was a Thigh tier list, we all know she goes up here. Obviously. Holy shit, what the fuck is that? Bro, that is absurd. How did that get added to the game? In terms of actual use cases, she's good. She's a weird one. In theory, she's an excellent character, but she's also very inconvenient and hard to use. Her skills are really goofy. They're very good, but they're inconvenient and not usually worth the inconvenience, especially because she competes with Executor Alter, La Pluma, and Highmore. So the archetype as a whole is pretty amazing, but she's just hard to use. It's just usually not worth the effort to use. I'm so sad her module's meh. Exactly. She got kind of screwed over. She's good with fast redeploys. She is. She's a fantastic unit. It's just there's a lot of caveats to that. Entei has partial true damage on S3. Yeah, but like, partial true damage is true damage with a caveat. And it's just inconvenient. Unect is ranked when? We've already done Defenders. All that's left is Vanguards after this. I went from the bottom up. Just tried her. She's kind of meh. Yeah, like, she's amazing when you get her working. It's just really inconvenient to do so. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to put her in functional. I meant to put her in good. That was not on purpose. She is, in my opinion, the top of good. She does outperform Cutter and Leto, but they are lower rarity. So I'd be shocked if she didn't. The only people who think she's broken are Crown Slayer and Joyous. Look, she is broken in some regards in the sense of she ignores gameplay mechanics. It's just she's very inconvenient. She's very well balanced. Yeah, sorry, I did not mean to put her top of functional. I meant to put her above Tequila. That was a mess up. Reaper all around is a decent subclass, and it's so insane that Ulpianus isn't a Reaper. He has a fucking anchor. Now, speaking of not a Reaper, we have the delusional cosplayer, who does not have a scythe. All jokes aside, obviously FedEx is better than Entelarchia. He is also, in my opinion, better than Mountain, not quite better than Thorns. I would put him between the two. He has higher burst damage, but Thorns has such ridiculous sustain and staying power. Federal Express, yes. We've got the FedEx delivery boy. So, Mika emote, yes. If Mika was here, she would be mouthing out. Federico does surprisingly well. He's really good. It's just like, up to Mountain, every single, like the top 10 guards is really competitive. The gap between Executor and Nerl is immense. Thorn's getting elemental damage and can hit air. Yeah, it's really goofy. Reaper's having true AoE as a plus. It is. Is Entelecchia the worst in the orange tier? Yes, she is the best good. Or the worst excellent. But I personally would put her at the best of good because Cutter is so valuable to newer players and Entelecchia is purely, if you like her, she will perform well, not I would actively recommend her. I would actively recommend everyone in excellent. I would not recommend Entelecchia. Even though she is good, she's just not worth it. I demand compensation for lack of thorns, not how it works. His little robot has a scythe, that makes his robot a reaper, not him. Checkmate. Get ratioed. Is he getting a new module? Is it any good? FedEx? I'm not sure. FedEx is pretty amazing. Guards in general are just really good. Yeah, like, the top 10 guards is so ridiculously competitive. I'm not actually sure which of these top 5 I'm going to give the boot. It will probably be Surta. It might actually be Surta who's about to get the boot. How the hell did Silverash get that high in the tier? Because he still holds up. His module is still really amazing. It's nowhere near as good as Thorns or Chobai's, but his module is still really, really excellent. Isn't Elysium Demas? What are you talking about? Could make it top 10 instead if you want. No, because the gap between top 5 is still large compared to top 10. Like, Zhula is drastically better than Xiongwa. It is quite a large gap. FedEx without module is trash. It is. Next up, Highmore. Now, controversial opinion. FedEx gets the second mod, which gives him dodge being really huge value. Oh, yeah, shit. No, if that... Right, okay, if he gets dodge, that is actually huge on a character like FedEx. True Silver Slash is one of the best skills in the game. It is, despite the downside. Now, controversial opinion about Highmore. Here is the highest I can rank Highmore. Just barely below Guard Amia. Barely. She's not good. For the sole reason of La Pluma's existence. Not at all controversial. Every time I bring this up in normal streams, people insult me and say, South, you're crazy. She's so much better than La Pluma. No, she's not. Where's the red tier? Slightly above this, don't worry. Not so high more, now she's low more. No, she's middle of the road more.
She's now low more, so more.
So, Highmore's problem is that in IS3, La Pluma is still better up to and including, like, difficulty 10. She is only better than La Pluma at, like, difficulty 11 of IS3. That's it. Outside of that, she is just so much worse because La Pluma's talent is ridiculous. Next up, I'm going to skip Hummus for a second, talking about La Pluma. In my opinion, she goes right there. Actually, no. No, she goes there. To be fair, Viviana, like, the gap between Viviana and Leto is pretty crazy. La Pluma is a fantastic character who is still occasionally better than FedEx. What modules do you recommend for Thorns and Silverash? Thorns use either of them. Silverash, I forget which, but one of them is good, the other sucks. Thorns, just pick whichever you like. But no, La Pluma is a fantastic unit. She's really, really good. Still usable despite FedEx, because how insane her talent is. You need more tiers? No, there's only ever a couple fringe cases in tiers. Like, the only fringe cases in Excellent are Leto and Cutter, but I would still recommend them. I wouldn't recommend Entelakia. It's just the gap between my recommendation. Like, I recommend Leto with a small caveat. I recommend La Pluma blanket. Any player, unless you have a completely maxed out Federico, should grab La Pluma and level her. Thorn's X module is better unless you have Tragodia. Yeah, I went X module as well. La Pluma is my GOAT and number 2 favorite unit. She is excellent and a ridiculously good 5-star. She is insanely good for a 5-star. Her S1 is just incredible. The best AFK unit in the game. You deploy her, and you don't need to touch her again. And she's just fine. South, what do you mean Cutter's not top tier? Welcome in light! Cutter is sadly not top tier, but I do recommend her, so she's in the 2nd top tier. I can't believe this. Look, I gotta be honest. I love Cutter, but she does not hold up to late game DPSs. So no, I strongly recommend La Pluma. Hummus. He's fine, I guess. The problem with Hummus is that Highmore is a welfare who's very easy to get. So, much like Highmore gets completely mogged by La Pluma, Hummus gets completely mogged by Highmore. So it's a chain of mogging the entire way down. There is no real reason to use Hummus. He's fine. He's okay. He's acceptable. You have to play IS-3. That is a major downside, but it's not that much of a downside. He gets 3 block and he's cheaper to build. Yeah, but he also hits, like, lower peaks. And his skills are kind of bad. He does not do nearly as good damage. The extra stats make such a really good difference. That's not easy. Yeah, it is a bit of a drawback. But, like, Highmore just doesn't really do damage. Yes, he's survivable and tanky, but he just does nothing. I'm gonna go to bed now. Sleep well, suppressed. Hummus eats artillery cannons. Yeah, but that's one chapter. That's one chapter. I was gonna hold off for crushes. I just nodded off my chair. Sleep well, front. Thanks for coming. Doesn't he get shield instead of HP? He does. He can overcap his HP bar and gain shield. Did you forget how to play IS-3? No. I remember IS-3. It's just the downside is new players playing IS-3. I used him for that one event when it takes an operating years to get the debuff. Yeah, I know the one you're talking about. Is there a new Amir skin in Global? Yes, just came out. Thanks, no worries, suppressed. Which operator do you think is the gateway between decent and great? You mean functional and good? I would say Popular. Unironically. And on the functional side, I would actually say, all memes aside, it's Chen. Chen, in theory, does a lot of things. It's just in practice, it's inconvenient, and there are better options. If you aren't better than Chen, you're not a good character. Popular, Luo Zhaohe, and Castle are by virtue of being super cheap, and everyone else, except maybe Swire, is by raw DPS. Swire is a buffer and a bit of a weird case. She's mainly just there because she's the best at being a buffer of her archetype. Crush subclasses be like, die, the end is now. Crush, prepare myself. So true. Wait, isn't Mouse good? Mouse is okay. The problem is she's just a worse version of Shamare. She's only useful in high-end IS with attack speed stuff. She puts herself at a lot of risk to apply her debuff. Like, Mouse is definitely functional. Yeah, I feel like that's a better representation of that. You need to be better than Mouse and Chen to be a good character. If that makes sense. That's my opinion. I think, like, I love Mouse, but she dies a lot, even with her debuff. It's Moose like chocolate mousse, not mouse, I know. I call her Mouse anyway, because she's a cat, and I find that funny. I call her Mouse, not to be confused with Mouse, who shows up, who I call Marshu. Next up, we have the crushes. So, let's get the 2 easy ones out of the way. Quartz goes in the fucking Frostleaf tier. Wind Chimes goes even lower in the Frostleaf tier. I love Quartz Stun. She's fat and cheap. Also amazing skin. I agree with you. However, she's terrible. Like, I love Quartz, but holy shit, she's bad, man. She's so fucking bad. She does see use in IS specifically, but only in the high end and only certain strats when you're guaranteeing amazing relics. And the only reason she's good is she can basically infinitely stun lock. Nothing else in her kit is worth considering. I gotta head out. Thanks for coming, Stan. Have a lovely rest of your day. Where's Bloop when you need him? Yeah, true. Bloop definitely watches my streams. Let me die to get all these skins. Relatable. I have E2 wind chimes. Was that before or after I pointed out that wind chimes very visibly doesn't wear a bra? How do I play Settle into Ash? That got disabled. Yeah, we'll get to Hodora soon. You know what? Let me actually manually set it to Settle into Ash. Because that's only appropriate. Where is my boy Settle into Ash? Let me fix this one up for you. Sorry, what? Oh yeah, sorry. Let me just a lot of people don't realize this. What can wind chimes even do? Nothing. She's fucking terrible. Wind chimes works good once every 25 seconds. Yeah, for like 1 second. Did you get through Kanto 8 yet? Not yet, because the game crashed. My PC crashed, rather. So I haven't completely finished it yet. So yeah, wind chimes very visibly does not wear a bra. Yikes, yeah, my PC corrupted. I had to reinstall everything. I lost all of my settings. But I will be doing that this week. I'll be finishing that. I did finish 820 though. Well, class is Jula. He's a Musha. Holy, yeah. Wind chimes absolutely needs a bra. That's no, that's not S tier. She's atrociously bad. Oh, you're right. Yeah, no, like, wind chimes definitely is not wearing a bra. It is not a question. I gotta go. I'll check your Requiem cover in the vaults. Thanks for coming, Finicky. Lovely to have you. Based tomboy behavior, so true. But her poor back will not thank her. Okay, now let's get on. Let's pause this song. Sorry, Sha. Let's do what we need to do. Damn, Kim Ji-hoon said no to your method of win rate. No, it's my PC. My PC died, not Nimbus. Wind Chimes PNG is awesome. Now I see it in 144p. Wind Chimes has great chibis and art. She's just terrible in game. So, everybody, get it out of your system. Get it out of your system. Let's be real. Every single person except Zere in the Twitch is subbed. So just spam your Hodora emotes. Let's get that out of the way. If you've got a Hodora emote, now's the time. Actually, wait, it's followers as well. Yeah, everyone can use Hodora emotes, except YouTube. Unfortunate. Not a crusher, not phased by back problems. So true, so true. Crusher, she is strong enough. Now, the actual answer to how good Hodora is... Who is this guy? His name is Hodora. Don't worry about it. He's a fan favorite NPC. The actual answer to where Hodora is he's functional. he's functional. This is the actual answer to how good Hodora is. However, for IS specifically, he is excellent. With Arkedo. Now that we have Arkedo's module, he is so fucking stupidly strong in integrated strategies. What class is Jula? He's a Musha. Before or after mod 3, Fracta, his mod does not fix him. Arkedo or attack speed relics. Yes. So the reason he's good is every 4 attacks, he heals 20% of his HP. He's a crusher with 10,000 HP. So with attack speed or Arkedo on the field, he is literally immortal. He just can't die. And it's absolutely stupid. Actually, wrong, he's way better than functional. You've got to look, he was never good and now he competes with Ulpianus, okay? We see South's super moment. What do you mean by super moment? I'm well aware of how good Crusher is. It's called Solar Blade now. I know. I ignore that. It's a Musha. My girl is Tisha on the thumbnail. Welcome in, RJ! Lovely to have you. Dog shit take. Look, I like Hodora. At best, he would be relatively middle of good. I could see him outperforming Swire. I would not see him outperforming Spectre without taking into account attack speed and Arkedo buffs, which massively boosts him. His percent heal is a big advantage. Yeah, his percent heal is insane, and that is the most notable thing of his kit. His S3 is really goofy and hard to use. Let's be real. Let's be real. Like, I love Hodora, but his S3 is not very good, neither is his S2. No way Hodora is weaker than Castle 3 or Zhaohe. Okay, look. If it wasn't for IS, I would put Hodora there. Are you satisfied? Are you satisfied? Because low rarity characters get a buff from being low rarity and available early, except Luo Xiaohei. But as if you're a new player who started then, he's cheap to level. Sounds like you haven't used Hodora that much. I have. He's not good. So there you go. Without IS, that is where Hodora would sit for me. How's your day? My day's going very well. How's yours, RJ? Savage is a guard? I know, right? Crazy fact. She's terrible, though. So yeah, with IS, he goes there. And then, of course, because of, hypothetical reasons that shall not be described, he actually goes up there. He's better than Tequila, what the fuck? Sort of. Hydrate? Yes, sir. Tequila's a welfare, so, like, a newer player can get more use out of Tequila. He's also cheaper. He also has an amazing base skill. Late game, you're not going to still be using Hodora. Late game, you still be using Tequila's base skill. So it's less wasted resources, if that makes sense. Like, I've tried using Hodora. He's so disappointing outside of IS. Nobody willingly uses outside of his base skill. His damage is okay, to be fair. His damage is okay. But no, Fracta, understandable if you disagree. Just please don't take it personally. Is it possible to bribe South for free? No. I don't even use Hodora, but I bet if you buff him with monster speed and heals, he's going to be solid. He is. With attack speed buffs, Hodora is top of excellent. Like, that was not a mistake or an exaggeration. He is not quite top 5, but with attack speed buffs or SP gen, courtesy of his S1, he is insanely giga broken. His S2 stalls low attack speed enemies. Low attack speed enemies can be stalled by Bibig better. Hodora S2 can stun lock anyone that can be stunned. Yeah, emphasis on can. It's a bit fringe. Can we down bribe a character? Yes. You can down bribe someone. Yes, that is funny. He can solo Teresa's and Teresa. It's absolute cinema. Yes, but he's inconvenient to use, usually. Maybe I'm a pleb, but he rocks. Look, my experience is every time I use Hodora without attack speed buffs, he feels terrible. If you experience different, that's entirely understandable. But anytime I try to use his S2 or S3, he's bad. Just outright. The only use I have personally found from Hodora is his S1. Is that Aesthesia I see at the bottom? I'm sorry to do this to you, RJ. Aesthesia has to be compared to Serta. I'm sorry to do you dirty like that. But let's be real here. She is directly compared to Serta. That's a skill issue on your end, mate. Okay, Fracta, would you consider Magellan and Scene to be the best 2 units in the game since you can beat every single stage in the entire game with just the 2 of them? Oh, sorry, my bad. Those 2 and Maya. You used only 2 of them, but sometimes you need to swap them out. Would you consider them to be the best 3 units in the game, since that 3 Musketeers can beat every single stage? No, right? Because it's weird and inconvenient and hard to do. So if Hodora requires a lot of weird knowledge and preparation, that is a downside to him. I don't know what to tell you. No, stop bringing it up, Yuda. I've warned you 3 times now, man. I will actually moderate if you keep bringing that up. Please stop, sir. That is against the stream terms. That is against the stream rules. You're not allowed to just e-beg. Whether that's directly begging for subs or that. No, he really doesn't need a lot of weird knowledge. My experience is that he does, okay? Personally, when I try to use him. She's amazing for tanking and DPS. Yeah, but then she gets... So, for damage, she gets compared to Serta. For tanking, she gets compared to Viviana. You put him down and he works. Every time I put him down, he fucking dies. The problem with Aesthesia is Amir exists, that too. He works dead ass, so true. Look, we can handshake emoji that with his S1, he is an amazing, easy top 10 character in the game, okay? Whether you agree or disagree with my take on his kit outside of that, we can at least agree he does have incredibly high peaks. But yeah, Aesthesia gets compared to Amir, Serta, and Viviana. Oh, thanks to follow, Cobalt. Lovely to have you. Next up, so, Ulpianus. Does anyone need an explanation? Anyone need elaboration? No. I do, sir. Okay, we've got one person who needs an explanation. So, Ulpianus completely ignores his archetype's downside, which is lack of defense. His talent is, every time he takes damage, he heals for 300 HP. This gets increased by his S2 and module. Once his S2 activates, on the majority of stages in the game, he is invulnerable and will kill any enemy who blocks him. He can face tank bosses in a lot of situations with his permanent uptime S2. In addition to that, his S3 lets him Omaiwa mo Shinderu teleport behind the enemy and hit them in the face with a giant anchor and usually kill them in 3 strikes because of its outrageous attack buff. So he is an incredible boss. He is a boss killer on par with Surta and a lane holder on par with Shongwa, Thorns, and FedEx. He does both of those. You do need his module. He needs high investment. You need either his module or Gladia with her module. But he is outrageously strong. He is Abyssal Hunter, that he is, Taftia. Gladia combo 2. Usually we just consider characters as a standalone, because otherwise you're comparing 2 slots, but it is also a notable combo. He scales insanely, insanely well with Gladia. So, in my opinion, he knocks Surta out of the top 5, because he realistically does the job of Surta or Thorns, depending on which skill you use. Instead of needing to level a different character, you just level a different skill. He is so disgustingly good. Standalone, meanwhile, we mentioned Arketo with Hodora. I was more mentioning it as a notable synergy, also because Hodora can hit that himself with attack speed buffs. Any source of attack speed lets him hit that. The easiest is Arketo with her IS module. But since IS is the main end game, and he's really good in that, that was why it was notable. He's good in any IS stage if you bring any kind of attack speed relic or SP gen relic or Arketo or monster. Like, there's a lot of methods to get there. So there's a lot of different options rather than just one choice like Ulpianus and Gladia is, even though Gladia is a welfare. So I will always explain, like, same way Eunecta's for her RA module got really high up in Defenders. I will always count it and just do my best to explain it. Not only does he get more HP, he gets 30% damage reduction. It's insane. Yeah, it's so fucking stupid. Gladia is a welfare? Yeah. But, like, the reason I'm clarifying this, what I mean by this, Ulpianus is the best god in the game without Gladia. That is what I'm saying when I'm explaining this. When I'm saying this, with his module, without Gladia's incredible buff, he is the best god in the game. And then he is also the best recipient of the strongest buff in the game, which is Gladia's Abyssal Hunter module. So that is what I am saying there. There's a reason he was unironically high up in the Defender tier list. Yeah, like, that wasn't a joke. His S2 is so disgustingly strong. And then his S3 is as well. Good thing I pulled him because I'm a JoJo fan. Based. Next up, we have Oda. I'm gonna go fill my water bottle while you guys discuss. Make sure to do a literary thesis. Can someone find me a single use case of Oda? Any. Like, how long of a break do I need to take? If I come back in 10 years, will you have found one? What about 20? Century? Yeah, if I were to go to every parallel dimension, Wild Hunt Heathcliff style, how many parallel dimensions would Oda have a single use case? Shota, that's not a use case. That's you find him attractive. Also, he is an adult man. He is absolutely Frostleaf tier. What am I supposed to discuss about him? Nothing. He's fucking terrible. He's so fucking bad, man. He is definitely high up there for the Frostleaf tier, but man. Not even Sarkaz Knights take him? Exactly. Even if you're playing Sarkaz only, he's just not worth bringing. Oda is really old. Yeah, he's like late 20s. He's a welfare. You might not have other ops. Never mind. Yeah. Even in Sarkaz Knights, people don't bring him. My level 1 Oda wants a reason to use, not happening. It is tragic. It is really tragic. He exists. Yeah, the kindest thing we can say about Oda is he's relatively high up there in the Frostleaf tier. Next up, we have Pepe, and I'm gonna be so real. I like Pepe. You all know this. She's a funny, goofy meme character. In theory, she hits hard with her S3. But she is really expensive to level and not very good. She's at least functional. Okay, to be fair, in my opinion, she's about on par with Aya, Scarp, and Lessing. That is fair. That is fair. Yep, you're right. She's functional. I wouldn't say she's better than Hummus, but I would say she's about level with Aya, Scarp, and Lessing. You can bride myself? Yeah, there is bridal art. How did you know?
It's paid content.
Thank you very much, Daha. That's very sweet of you. In theory, is that good? No, it's not good. And thank you, Daha. You're very kind. Please be responsible. It's almost Christmas, sir. I hate Pepe, but mechanically she's functional. Yeah, like, she functions. It's just, she doesn't really have a use case. They were trying something new and it just didn't work. That's all. It just didn't work. Oh, no. O3, don't be mean. New free-to-play here. Spent 13k Arundum and all my OP on Lazy Alter and got her and Reed Alter. Should I still play on this account? Yes, that account is fine. Lazy Alter and Reed Alter are both very, very good characters. They're not absolute top tier. Arknights does not lend itself super well to re-rolling. The main strength comes from building up your team, and you will get most of the upcoming characters, just over time. Reed Alter and Lazy Alter are both very strong, but sort of weird units. So they won't make sense if you're a new player, but they're good enough to absolutely stick with the account. Like, I would not recommend re-rolling for anyone on accounts for Arknights. As much as it hurts, I'd say she's stronger than Irene and Palace. I don't know, man. Irene really got screwed over by Degenbrecher, but outside of that, Irene is really good. Her biggest flaw is she deletes the main target instantly, then she stops attacking. Yeah. Like... Okay, actually... Oh, thanks to follow, Dare Duckin. Pepe helped me a lot in chat. Look, actually, now that I think about it, I think she would go here. I think she would go here. Just above Swire. Pepe with her S3 does do really good damage. Like, credit where it's due. Every other part of her kit is basically non-functional. But her S3 does do very good damage. Welcome in, AVGS. Welcome in, Felix. Irene is ruined not by Dagon's existence, but by enemy weight. Yeah, but it still does good damage. Levitate resistance is kind of cringe, but she does get some buffs from IS. Look, she's good against Jeanette. She's not a good boss killer, but she's good as a lane holder, if that makes sense. Because she can nuke down any large group of enemies, including most elites. But yeah, she does get kind of scuffed by Levitate immunity and weight. So no, now like S2 is a good lane holding skill. No, it's not. It's when you compare it to like Thorns and FedEx and Mountain. No, it's not. So no, that is fair. To be fair, Pepe's S3 is pretty good. And now definitely the last guard of the day, for real. Absolutely, Gracebearer. In my opinion, Gracebearer goes there. I really like Gracebearer. She's incredibly pretty. But like, she's fine. I'd recommend her. She's good for a 5-star. The 6-star of this archetype will be incredible. She's not like La Pluma good, but the only 5-star guards I'd recommend above her are Spectre, Lapland, and La Pluma. And Spectre is about to have her entire niche drastically power crept by Hoshi Alter. I can bear her grace. It's so surprising how down bad people are for her. She isn't just good, she's amazing for a 5-star. Yeah, but like, you can't really make proper use of half of her kit, and that feels bad. She doesn't need the debuffs. She's amazing without that, but it just feels bad to not be able to use them when her kit is clearly balanced around them. She's on their level. Yeah, like, I would say Lapland is definitively better than La Pluma and Gracebearer, because when Lapland is good, she deletes entire events. Like, just outright. But in terms of general use, I'd say she's about on par with La Pluma and Lapland, yeah. So she's definitely, like, the gap between her and Leto is pretty large. But, like, it's just, she's a weird kid. I'm very excited for the 6-star, and I like her a lot. She does so well with her kit already not working most of the time. Yeah, true. It's just most players will look at that, go, that's complex, and not use her. But realistically, just completely ignore all of the weird elemental damage shit and just use her as a normal character. What do you mean by last guard? You have 2 obviously remaining. So true. Why is Crab so low? She's a defensively oriented Musha. I love the Crab, but she's barely functional. Pepe would be so much better if everyone and their mother wasn't immune to stun. Exactly. Like, Pepe really got gimped by... Her kit just doesn't really work, in part because she came out of the game so late. If Pepe was a year 1 or year 2 character, she would be amazing and very beloved. But by the time she came out, so much of her niche had already been power crept. I tried Bald again. Is it still not working? Sag? I'm sorry. Apologies, AVGS. It might not be working. I'm sorry, man. Gracebearer surprisingly procs Nervous Impairment pretty well with S1. Yeah, but S2 is usually the better skill. Attack speed on her is funny. It is. She is the 5-star of Cutter. Yeah, that's a very good comparison. Is Gracebearer drawn by AZ Ling? I believe so. How'd you call it cope when there's no info so far? We won't get Fear Alter as a 6-star Sky Ranger. I can guarantee you that. That's not coming. I feel like I'm in the minority. I don't like Pepe's design. Yeah, look, people just like her because Nami, and Nami's very wholesome. No worries, bald man. We still know you're bald. I'm not bald. I don't know what to tell you. Where's Beanstalk's Crab? Beanstalk's Crab is not a guard rogue. Okay, now onto the definitely real remaining guards. Absolutely real guards. Oh, sorry. I see what you mean now. Yeah, the bald redeem does not work. Same as the Pats. I haven't set them up yet. Apologies. I was too busy today. Please keep reminding me of them. Let me actually see. Do I have a tab reminding me? I think so. Yes, I do. Sweet. I just didn't have time. Sorry about that. Why is Swire above Palace? Oh, basically, Swire is better as a buffer. Palace is drastically better as a unit, as a standalone unit. But the archetype is supposed to be about buffing. Swire does actually have a pretty good buff. Swire Thank you very much, Daha. That's very sweet of you. Nami wholesome, we've seen the Mizuki post. Yeah, I've met Nami IRL. She's very wholesome. She just is down bad online as a joke, because it's funny. Mumu, best guard, so true, bestie. And thank you, Daha. That's very, very sweet. Okay, apparently Gracebearer is not drawn by AZling. But yeah, so basically, as an individual unit, Palace is drastically better, but Swire is one of the only AoE buffers who does kind of work. She's not amazing, but she's functional. She's a good buffer. Like, yes, Monster is an excellent buffer and kind of mogs her, but in terms of AoE multi-target buffs, Swire is definitely up there. And that's what her archetype is supposed to be about. It was said affectionately. No, don't worry, I know. So I take so long. Yeah, she does get scuffed over by year 1 skill. Not nearly as bad as Indra. Almost 500 subs. Okay, let's get moving so I don't hit that today. And then subs expire, so we don't hit that at all. Add Beanstalk's Crab and my life is yours. No, I cannot be held hostage. Now, 12F. I don't know why people keep bribing me to add 12F to the tier list. 12F is terrible. He is completely non-functional as a guard. He is worse than Frostleaf. How many till 500? We are at 483, so we're 17 away from 500. Please be responsible. It's Christmas Eve. Okay, so yeah, 12F, absolute dogshit guard. Incredibly dogshit guard. I can't believe he's even on this tier list. Realistically, does he even count as a guard? I personally wouldn't count him. He's a decent card, he got the dog in him. Him having sex with a random hound does not count as having the dog in him. So true, my caster Lizzie isn't functional as a guard. Exactly. You're gonna eat those words once he reveals his true power. I am genuinely hoping that for the next Monster Hunter collab, instead of getting 12F and Duran Alta, we get Noircorn Alta and Yato Alta. I think that would be so fucking funny. Frostleaf is not the worst. Yeah, she finally got power crept out of the Frostleaf tier. Indra skill costs 2 costs twice the SP as Degenbrecher. It's really bad, man. It's so fucking bad. It'd be so funny. It would be. It would be so funny if the next Monster Hunter collab was Noircorn and Yato again. They just put on different armor again. Yeah, exactly. Like, they just swap it around so Noircorn is the 6-star and Yato's the 5-star. That would be so fucking funny, man. I actually really hope they do that. I said that initially as a joke, and then I, like, way ages ages ago, and I found it so funny. I now legitimately believe that. And I've been saying it since then for a good reason. That would be so peak. Noircorn but Golden Rathalos and Yato but Black Kirin. Exactly. Like, that would be so fucking funny. 12F can solo chapter 15. Boss, don't fact check this. Yeah, I won't. Amazing idea. I'd love it. It would be amazing. Then we have Muelsis. Now, in theory, Muelsis is the best guard in the game because she can summon 5 of any other guards and they keep 100% of their stats. In practice, Muelsis is not actually good as a lane holder, and I would put her about here. I would put her there. In my opinion, as a guard, Entelakia is better. She's definitely better than Tequila, though. South, this was a bribery. The 5 copies only work with ranged units. I know, I'm lying. This is a bribe slot. I know, I'm taking the piss. But no, realistically, her summons do not get their skills, and the main reason you want guards is their skills. Very few operators are stat checks, and even when they are, like with Ulpianus, that includes their talent, which the summon will not have. Lighter of gas? Exactly. In practice, will we actually use these operators instead of agendas and hype moments? Exactly. Very much invalid tier list. Beanstalk crab missing. I don't know, man. I guess Beanstalk isn't on the list. That's crazy. But no, Muelsis is a good lane holder. She's mainly used as a like, I genuinely don't think Muelsis this is where I'd put her as a lane holder. She's good. I wouldn't put her in excellent. She's fine. She's mainly used for ranged DPS that generates DP, in my experience. Her actual summons aren't very good. Even with the module, it's just so much of a character's strength comes from their talent and their skills. It's kind of like 5 Swordmasters on skills 2. So true, bestie. Trash tier list, Highmore above La Pluma because she's cuter. I don't know what to tell you about that. And now, obviously, everyone's favorite guard. We do have one last one. How does Wishadel rank as a guard? Well, sure, she doesn't have any block, but you don't need a block if the enemy's dead. So, in my opinion, Wishadel is the second best guard in the game. Ulpianus does still outperform her, but really, like, would you take Wishadel as a guard over Jula any day of the week? It's not even close. It's absolutely free. Wishadel is so much better than Jula. I can't believe any clowns would vote for him. SMH guard can't even hit aerial off skill, unlike Thorns. Yeah, but Wishadel is better as a drone killer than Thorns in a lot of situations. When you really stop and think about it, Wishadel is kinda better than Thorns as a drone killer. Murder's the best form of block. So true, so true. She also applies slow, so in a way she's like Manticore. She's more like Manticore except the enemy dies. You don't need to block if the enemy dead, that's why 12F should be top 5. 12F can't kill enemies either. Alrighty, now let me zoom out so we can see the whole tier list in one screen. There we go. Let me take a real quick screenshot of the bribe tier list. The very legitimate tier list. Of course, my bad. I will post this one into the Discord. Let me pop this open. That's why Lap and Walter are top. So true, bestie. So true. Okay, here we go. Very legitimate tier list. There we go. Guards tier list. Bada bing, bada boom. Now, jokes aside, let's fix this. Obviously, Wishadel and Muelsis are not guards. Obviously, 12F is. He stays. Lapland, I would put her just below FedEx, personally. Gavial Alta, I would put her above... No, I'd put her above Blaze. Skadi, unfortunately, she is, like, barely functional. Melantha is also functional. Tachanka is terrible. Utage is barely functional as a poor man's arts damage executor. Vina is okay. She's like here. And then, in my opinion, I would put Hodor here all up. Because yes, he's really good in IS, but for general stages, he's usually not that good. Rosmont is his best card. That is just slander. FedEx is top 5. I would rank Jula over FedEx. As much as I personally prefer FedEx, I'd put Jula over him. Below Leto, you monster. Let's be real. Let's be real here. Let's be real. Vina is definitely better than Entelakia. I would not say Vina is definitely better than Gracebearer. Would you say that Vina is definitely better than the Pluma? No. Would you say she's definitely better than Viviana? No. I don't know what to tell you, Chief. Alrighty, thank you all very, very much for coming. This was fun as always, and it was absolutely lovely to have you. Federal Express delivery, hell yeah, brother. We all love the FedEx. FedEx is already read that. Sorry, I'm stupid. I don't know, for real, 2K Arts Unlimited is nice, and the 3K straight 2 damage. Yeah, but like, La Pluma. But consider actual queen. Yeah, so she shouldn't be fighting. She should be bearing offspring for the line of the throne. There's so many missing where Crab. Crab is in there. She's just ranked badly. Oh, you mean Beanstalk Crab, not Akafuyu. Oh, right. Requiem. Thank you for reminding me. Southweight, what's up, Daha? TY for the stream. Thanks for coming, everybody. Okay, I will be singing Requiem. One song. One 5-minute song. 4-minute song. And then ending. So if you're not interested in the music, thank you all so much for coming. Please like the video on YouTube if you haven't already. It means a lot to me. And have a lovely day. Thank you all for reminding me. Requiem. Thank you, that's very sweet, man. 500. That's very kind. Okay, we're up to 500. That is a problem for me after the stream ends. Thank you. That's very, very sweet of you. I'll stay till after the song, though. Okay, yeah, I will be ending right after the song because I get very embarrassed by my singing. So thank you all so much for coming. It's been lovely to have you. Oh, thank you. That's very, very sweet. Merry Christmas. You as well, ADS. Thanks for coming, man. What happens with 500 again? Nothing. I just get flustered. Okay. Now, let's sing. I can worry about that later. Merry Christmas, South. Thank you very much, Daha. That's very, very sweet of you. You never need to, sir. Yero saying, welcome in, Yuri! W South community, you're all so ridiculously sweet. You do not need to. It is free content. Merry Christmas, welcome in, Help Noah! Lovely to have you. Okay, let's sing Requiem, and then I'm gonna end for the day, because I am embarrassed. How's that? Is that too loud? Is that about good? And no worries for anyone who needs to head off. I'm not a very good singer. Thank you very much, Daha. Это было, когда улыбался только мертвый, спокойствию рад, а то, что случилось, пусть черные сукна покроют. И пусть унесут волнами ночь. Уже безумие крылом души накрыл половину и поет огненным вином и манит в черную долину. И понял я, что ему должен я уступить победу, прислушиваясь к своему уже как бы чужому бреду. И только плюнет цветы и звон кадильный, и следы куда-то в никуда, и прямо мне в глаза глядит и скорой гибелью грозит. Огромная звезда перед этим горем гнутся, горе не течет великая река. Уже безумие крылом души накрылу половину и поет огненным вином и манит в черную долину. И понял я, что ему должен я уступить победу, прислушиваясь к своему, уже как бы чужому бреду. Okay, now before I die from shame, I'm gonna end stream. Thank you all so much for coming. Have a lovely Christmas Eve and a Merry Christmas. Thank you all very, very much for showing up, and thank you for the 500 subs. You're so ridiculously sweet. Amazing singing, awesome Russian. I know you are lying. My Russian is fucking trash. But no, thank you all so, so much for coming. It was lovely to have you. I hope you all have a lovely, lovely rest of your day. And I will catch you around. If you haven't already, please like the YouTube stream. It means a lot to me. I miss your stream. Welcome in, Gunthor. Happy Christmas. Thanks for coming by. Alrighty, catch you around, everybody. Bye-bye, everyone. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.